Today, Mirboo North hosts Morwell East in what is a real cracker of a game. Morwell East trying to cement their spot in the top six. Mirboo North trying to take their third big scalp in a row. Today is a great day here in Mirboo North. The weather looks to be reasonably fine. The rain has held off so far this morning and the ground is in A1 condition. We have today here at Mirboo North a past players day, we have life memberships day, and we have our sponsors day. So it's a huge day here for our club. Our club rooms have been dressed in memorabilia from past eras, and today the senior football and A-grade netball will be wearing heritage jumpers and netball skirts, and these heritage jumpers and skirts have been sponsored by Ace Earth Moving and Victorian Locations, which is short for Carl Lowe and Josh Taylor. So well done to two legends of our club for doing that. In addition to today's game, we have some presentations in the rooms afterwards, and we call on all people here in Mirboo North, get over to the club today. It's going to be a bottler of a day, and we expect over 100 past players to be here. The jumpers worn today are purple and gold. For about a 20-year period, Mirboo North wore purple and gold, and with a collar too, I might add, for the jumpers. And I'll be interviewing the Past Players Association leader in Lukey Snell shortly. But today I have a special guest with us, and it's Bertie Bright. Bert is a life member of our club. Bertie's in his 90s now, and towards the end of this year, Bertie will be going up to Queensland to live with his daughter, Bertie.
Daughter and son-in-law.
Daughter and son-in-law. And at 93, we just felt this is an opportunity for us to interview our oldest living life member of the club. So, Bertie, you've been involved in our club for a long, long time. Now, am I right in saying that you played in a premiership team in 1956?
I played 1956, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was it like playing in those days, Bertie? What was it like? How did you get to the ground? It must have been vastly different than today.
Well, I started my football career with Mirboo North in 1945, and the years when there was no junior teams, and if you wasn't good enough to get a senior berth, you had to play in what they call the seconds. And I started off in 1945 at the age of 16, and eventually got into the senior side, and eventually after 1957, I did my right knee and I had to retire from the game of football. But then I spent the rest of my football days supporting the club in different ways, as in president, working bees, just general requirements it takes to run a football club. And I will be having one of the saddest times of my life when I leave Mirboo North in the end of October to go and live in another state, as in Queensland, with my daughter and son-in-law.
Well, Bertie, you know that here at Mirboo North, we live stream all home games. And as a life member, we'll make sure that you are able, with the help of your daughter and son-in-law, to be able to sit in your lounge chair in Queensland and watch Mirboo North every home game next year.
Well, sitting in an armchair is a long way out of my likes.
I know that, Bertie, I know. And it's been really hard for you to come to that decision. But we love you around the club, and we know that we have to talk loud to you because you're a little bit hard of hearing at the moment, but we are so proud that you still are involved in our club. Your first premiership year is over 65 years ago, and what an outstanding thing to be involved in our club from 1945 to 2022, and that is legendary, along with the great Wally Carter, who was 71 years involved in our club, and we really honour you as part of our past players' day today, and we look forward to talking about you a little bit more this evening, hopefully early enough for you. Okay?
That'll be fine, thank you.
Now, I'm just letting everyone know here that Bertie's come up today and he has provided some memorabilia for Mirboo North, and he's provided some photos of our teams back from 1930 and past playing personalities.
The player behind the umpire, behind the umpire there, his name is Bert Ford.
Yep.
And he is the great brother of the Nash boys that are playing with Mirboo North now.
Well, thank you. I have no idea of that past history, and what a wonderful thing. He's also provided here some early booklets that people got when they came to the footy, and this is a reference book, and it's dated season 1930, and he's got past premierships of Mirboo North. For those that are unaware, Mirboo North was established in 1892, 6 years after the railway came to Mirboo North, and the township moved from Baromie, which was about a kilometre away, into and around the railway station. So 6 years later, the Mirboo North Football and Mirboo North Cricket Club was established. So, Bertie, is there anything else you'd like to say about Mirboo North? You have history running through you about how it's evolved, and what do you see the future of our game and country footy?
Well, football in the country from when I started has improved out of sight. Conditions, everything concerned with football has turned much to the better, and I've enjoyed my sporting life in Mirboo North with those long years in football. I have played cricket in Mirboo North for I retired in 1959 from cricket after playing 50 years, and I am now in my 62nd year as a life member of the Mirboo North Golf Club as well. So
you're a life member of 3 clubs, the cricket club?
Yes.
And the golf club?
Yeah. Oh, and the Rotary Club as well.
And the Rotary Club as well. Well, Bertie, Mirboo North has become a better place because of people like you and the way in which you have given yourself to sport and to associations here in Mirboo North. We look forward to having a great day with you, and we look forward to being part of your future, albeit that you'll be able to tune into a television. Who would have thought that 50 years ago you could be living in another state and you'd be able to flick on the telly and watch Mirboo North home games?
Well, thank you very much. And it's good to see such a strong workforce that's now running our Mirboo North Football Club here. This year is one of our low years. In the last 20 years, we've almost dominated the game, and I noticed in the premiership list in today's record that two of the power clubs in the Mid-Gippsland League, Mirboo North and Yanar, will miss the finals for the first time in a long number of years.
Yep, and that's okay, Bertie. We've got a plan going forward and we're implementing it, and we look forward to being back up in the finals in all grades. But you've got to remember, we've got all of our netball in finals and our under-18s are undefeated. So there's a lot to look forward to in the future of our club. So thank you, Mr. Bert Bright.
Thank you.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and I'm very proud to say that I met you.
Thank you.
And we are friends.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic interview for our history books with Bertie Bright. And the next interview that I'm going to do this morning is a very important one. And as following on the theme from Bertie, I'm going to interview Luke Snell, the players, past players, organiser. He refuses to be called president. He's a legend of our club, and I'm going to throw to that in about 1 minute. Thank you. Back here at Mirboo North for the great game today against Morwell East. Heritage round for our past players, life membership and Sponsors Day. And with me now is Luke Snell, the leader of the past players group. And Luke, welcome.
Thanks, Joe.
Welcome back.
Yeah, good to be down here.
It's taken a while to get this off the ground, Luke. It's round 17.
Yeah, that's right. We had a few false starts with COVID over the last couple of years, unfortunately, and then also trying to plan an appropriate day this year, and unfortunately landed a lot later in the season than we would have liked. But no, really good to be down here, and the feedback from most people, looking forward to a really good day.
Yeah, and my understanding is you're expecting over 100 past players back here today?
I expect, probably even more, maybe, the way it's talking at the moment.
Okay.
A lot of people talking about coming down, which is good.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, the players, the senior side and the A-grade netball have joined in on this.
Yeah. And
tell our viewers about the jumper that's going to be worn today.
Yeah, no, very good. So going back to a heritage round for today, so both the A-grade netballers and the senior footballers will be wearing a purple and gold jumper back from the early 80s. So yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to that, and looking at the jumpers, they look fantastic, and really appreciative of the sponsors that have put money forward for that day.
Yep. And obviously the sponsors for this is Carl Lowe and Josh Taylor through their businesses Ace and Victoria locations. And what a fantastic concept is to go back to Heritage Round. Now, what else is planned for today? Tell us about what are the type of things. Obviously, there'll be a lot of chatter going on.
I think there'll be a lot of
talk.
Yeah, definitely a lot of chatter. Look, we've got a bit of a presentation, a jumper presentation at 1:10 down in the club rooms, where one of our stalwarts of the club, Michael White, will present a purple and gold jumper across to our senior players and talk through some of the journey, and particularly some of the challenges that we would have had back in the early 80s, and obviously some of the processes that have happened since then when we transferred across to Tiger colours, and that'll be a really good introduction and really understanding for a lot of the younger kids that probably wouldn't have been across a lot of that. And then throughout the afternoon, half time, we're in the rooms down here for light supper, and then a few drinks, and then we'll be there for the Players Awards after the game, and then hoping around 7 o'clock we'll have a number of past players up, talking about their time at the club and why it's such a great club to be part of, and really trying to talk through why we're all here today and really relive some great memories.
And one of our sponsors, Craig Young, is putting on supporting the club and helping the club with the roasts tonight for meals. So we've gone a little bit old-fashioned. We've gone back for roasts tonight after the game, and we're just trying to bring back that full memory back into our club. Well, Luke, you've talked about the purple and gold.
Yeah.
When did you start playing for Mirboo North?
I started in 1992, I believe it was, in the fourths, and we won a flag in my first year. Under 15s, my uncle Kev was coach. I think we won by 2 points in the grand final. I kicked 5 points, so without me, I think we would have lost.
Oh, okay. And is that part of the story tonight?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. But we were undefeated all year. We won the semi-final by 80 plus points, and then got into the grand final, and it was a lot closer than we would have liked. A big mud heap, Docker would remember down there, a big mud heap down at Yanar, similar to the 2004 senior grand final that I played in, which unfortunately we were on the losing end there, unfortunately. So
yeah, and your family's had a great history here at the club with Dad being a multiple premiership player.
Yeah, I think Dad won 3 or 4 flags back in the day, 4 I think it was. And we've been involved all the way along, all the uncles, Billo, Dave, George, Charlie and Dad heavily involved, and then later on, myself and Matthew, Mandy, from a netball perspective, won a number of league titles and would have played well over 300 games, I would have thought as well. So really,
and Mandy's a life member of
the club. Yeah. I think Dad.
He's a life member of the club.
Dave is a life member. Maybe Charlie. I think Charlie would be as well. I think he played 350 odd games. I think he played till he was 48 or 49. So I've still got a few years to go, maybe.
So a massive involvement with Snell with Mirboo North over the years, and a great successful era.
Yeah.
And of course, we missed out trying to snare Belinda in because she's off playing for Australia in the Opals team.
Yeah, I think she played a few years of under 17s and maybe A grade, and maybe a few games here and there. But no, Lauren was a very good shooter for a number of years and definitely played A grade netball for a long time. My wife played for a few years in 2004 and 5, I think it was as well. There's a few, definitely had Snells involved in football and netball all the way through the journey.
And for those that are watching in today, we interviewed Matthew earlier on in the year, who seems to have his finger in all sorts of pies, being heavily involved in our club as well as the junior Central Gippsland Junior Footy League. Yeah,
he's certainly got the town fooled, Matthew. I think everyone sort of respects him a lot, which we all do. Obviously, he does a great job.
I should say he's the principal of the primary school as well. Yeah,
I was a bit worried he was stung by bees when I saw him in that interview, but maybe looking up at the screen there, I think it might be just the camera adds 10 pounds.
That's my excuse all year, so you can use it as well, Lukey. All right, so let's talk about past players.
Yeah.
And this has been on the boil for a few years.
Yeah.
And it has been interrupted. We all know that.
Yeah.
And we admire your tenacity on this one. But you've got your own Facebook page. You've got a lot of members coming through.
Yeah.
What do you see the future to past players, and where do they fit into the club?
Yeah, so looking today, we've got and we're asking every past player here today to really register their details, because it has been a bit of a dog's breakfast trying to get everybody back and understand where people are and what the best contact for people is. So we've got a short little survey for people to complete their name, phone number and their best contact email.
That's a QR code.
QR code, scan in and just quickly do that. And there's also pen and paper for people that don't use the QR code, just to give us some details around, understanding, contact details, and also where we want to be from our past players. Like, from my perspective, I'd really love a small membership fee that gets us an annual event, contributes to, maybe being involved and sent this video, for instance, or games at home games each week. Being involved in a monthly newsletter that just keeps people engaged in the footy club. As I said earlier, we'd much rather be earlier on in the season as opposed to later in the season, just to try and get the engagement in the club really early in the year. It's fantastic seeing already so many people that probably haven't been back to the club for 10 plus years at the moment, down here today. So I think, the engagement we can get early on will be really good. And there's a number of other ideas that, as a club, I'm sure Mirboo North are looking at. You could almost do teams of the decades and some different formal nights and those sort of things. But a lot of that's subjective. And today isn't a premiership reunion. It's a reunion for every past player that's been involved in the club. So whereas in the past it's probably been premiership reunions that are focused on just the 22 or just the 7 that have played in those sides. Really today is really more about getting as many people as possible that have touched and felt Mirboo North Footy Club over the years, and hopefully get everyone back here and enjoy the day and start off a tradition of doing this every year. That would be the plan.
And as Lucy said, it's not just about the 22 football players or 7 netball players, and often we say Mirboo North football, but now we add in and netball, because that was a wonderful amalgamation when the netball and football came together, and we've been a much stronger club since that occurred early 2000s. So, Lucky, I thank you for wanting to be interviewed today. You are under the pump. You've got so much work on today, and what we really want you to do is have a great day. You're a legend of our club. And as president, can I thank you for your great work?
No worries. Thanks very much, Joe. I will just say, probably one of the reasons I put this together and wanted to get involved, I had a few beers with Sam Javasi at Callum Nash's funeral 4 years ago.
Yes.
And it was talking about all the people we hadn't seen in many years that have come back to a funeral, and we continually catch up and have really good times with people at funerals, and unfortunately, they're great days, but they're really sombre events, and we sort of spoke then around trying to get together, a past players day for the right reasons, and it's a real shame that Sam Javasi isn't here today to really see, all the effort that he put in as well around the function.
And I hear the emotion in your voice, as all of us. But Sam's photo is downstairs today.
Yeah, we'll have a beer with that.
We'll have a beer with that. Louis, good on you. Thank you very much, everyone. We're now going...
the dugout?
Well, the dugout was falling back. They were 1 man short there, and Tucker absolutely found his role. Back in the centre again. Bill Windsor, yeah, the one more time. Gets it across. Holdsworth wanted to kick out of the dice. They don't sort of slowing forward for that. Sun comes in. Young has leading. Burn, currently not going to step their pace. Oh, Young has another shot to Giddy.
Okay, good afternoon all if you're out there watching and live streaming from the Mirboo North Walter J. Tuck Reserve, where we've got Mirboo North taking on Morwell East. Today's got a special spin on it. It's a past players reunion day today, so we've got some plenty of players coming in who've played in the past and are going to be here today to witness the game, and it's what's a nice sunny afternoon. With me right now I've got Jack Oddie, and I've got a couple of the past players sitting with me. We've got Philip Digger-Grave and we've got Bruce Keogh Clark sitting over here with us. Digger's come down from Queensland and so is Keogh, and we're just going to ask a few questions. We'll probably have a few others throughout the day, but just thought we'd get the day kicked off with some past players. So Jack's with me commentating for today. So Jack, you got a couple of questions for the lads?
Yeah, well, we'll just introduce the boys. So Keogh obviously coached from 87 to 89, winning the best and fairest in 1990, and also won 2 Elderberry medals, which was a huge effort. There were some big nights back in the pub after those particular nights, I remember. And Digger, outstanding junior through the club, and won multiple best and fairest, and went on to win the 1988 best and fairest a couple of years into his senior career. So we'll just start with Keogh there, just sharing a couple of memories of the club, some of the top memories that you remember back in the day.
Remember Jack when we first came here, and prior to me taking over coach, I served 1 year on the committee, and my role on the committee was lead delegate, and going to league meetings and hearing how much disrespect Mirboo North had on and off the field. Sort of stuck in my head, just how much we were probably at this end of the league, that we didn't have any respect at all from other sides, other clubs. And the year I took on coaching, I tried to change that to earn respect, put some professionalism back into the club. And I remember before our first game, we rang the Shire to see if they could mow the ground, and they couldn't facilitate that because they didn't have enough staff. So we actually mowed it by hand. We had about 6 blokes on hand mowers and one
Ride on.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
They were just coming out back then, weren't
The old
they?
cocks.
Yeah.
Showing your age.
Yeah, a bit before my time. But so we actually had to mow the ground by hand to get it up to scratch, and as I said, to try and present ourselves better on and off the field, which we'd been pretty dismal prior to. I think the last game before I took over coach, Yallourn North beat us 40-40 to 0-0.
Wow.
So they weren't memorable things, and we just had to put things into practice. Our training had to get better, or had to get people to go to training, number one. And then Wizard Dowling, we said we've got to start training Keogh. I said, so November we've got plenty of time. He said, no, we've got to get blokes on the track. And we trained bloody hard, and it was I thought we run, and come the next night of training, there was more blokes there, and I thought I'm going to wear them down. But the harder I trained them, the more blokes wanted to be part of it, and they could start to feel that something might happen. So that was the start. We got blokes training, and we won 6 games that first year, which I hadn't won a game for 2 years prior to that. So
Yeah.
I remember Gordon Wilkins had his pipe, and after each win I'd smoke the pipe, and it was like winning 6 flags. And the next day I'd have the biggest hangover and couldn't taste anything because
The old pipe.
puffed on Wilk's pipe.
Would have been pretty strong gear too then, Keogh.
And it was, I say, look, I don't know how you do it. He said, but you've just had 1 week's tobacco in
Yep.
the way. Being a non-smoker, it certainly
Knock you
wasn't
around.
any good for me, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I think it's fair to say too, Keogh Digger, you could, as part of that was all getting the off-field stuff. A lot of people close together, a lot of fun off the field. You were part of all that.
And a bit of belief started to come to me, because I do remember playing in the 3rd and 4th, and we would hang around to see how much the seniors would get beaten by. because it was just, you know, like they were kicking 50 and 60 goals sometimes.
Well, we'd watch the seconds to see who Edo used to whack.
Yeah. And then I think that's once Keogh started coaching, like you said, and then we got a bit of camaraderie and a bit of belief in everyone, and like we knew we had some good players and things like that, and it was only a matter of it all clicking, and like you said, doing the hard work, the training, and which no one was really used to, but it started paying off. And I think, like you said, when everyone started and a bit of belief, and then the team sort of started to get behind.
Could have been a few of those Sunday sessions, you reckon? Might have had something to do with it?
Sunday training was always quite difficult. Yeah.
Don't worry about bringing your football. You make sure you've got your wallet.
It was a very expensive day.
But you know, you look at that back now, and a lot of clubs put a lot of focus on family and off-field stuff to get things off-field to make it on-field. Back then, it mightn't have been as official, but there was a lot of off-field, you know, the Sunday trainings, a few drinks after the game. It was probably always there, but in a different way.
Training, we used to have quite a few late night meetings.
The lock-ins after the pub had closed.
Yeah,
A few lock-ins, a few pub Olympics.
There was, wasn't there? What's some of the other ones there?
Yeah, but some of you guys would have played with a lot of, you know, terrific players at Mirboo North, or just memories on a few of the better players that you played with?
We were lucky enough to get a couple of guys from over Morwell that were. Kyle Metcalf was nearly at the end of his career, but once again brought that bit of professionalism from his turn at Morwell, and just his football knowledge. Not so much his football ability, but his football knowledge helped me a lot, and I think it helped the club a lot. And we got a bloke by the name of Ken Spider Herman.
Oh, Herb.
Yep, we were talking about him last night.
He's once again, he'd probably passed his best, but still just brought a different character to the club. And his on-field performances were sensational.
They were, yeah.
If you looked him in the eye after training or after a night out, you wouldn't think the bloke could play footy, but he was a dead set superstar. And you know, we had young kids coming through. Like we had Digger, we had Bernie Rogers, had stalwarts like Johnny Hillier, Cactus Shields, that were the lifeblood of
Mirboo North, they were. Yep.
And, you know, and to get that tradition going and see where the club is now, it's
going well.
Really
Digger, probably one for you. I mean, back in your day, you were probably class. If you talk to people about Digger Gray, probably one of the hardest, toughest blokes for Mirboo North in the day. We still love to take on a shirt front. What about yourself? Who was some of the harder players you reckon against that we used to play against, if you like?
We had some terrific battles, probably with Trafalgar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Probably even in the juniors when Leesy was still playing.
It's Brian Lees,
but I would say Spud McMillan, a few of those boys, and you know, the McGrath boys who were always very big and very hard. But the league had some fantastic footballers. Like Steve Michaelides, like he was won a few league medals and towed me up a couple of times.
I see Charlie Couchy down there today too, another one of those sort of...
Yeah, Charlie was a formidable man to play football near because he just had that aura about him, and he just had that size. I actually looked and I thought he might have shrunk a bit or Rob Gray.
He's still fit. He could probably play now. He looks bloody fit.
Yeah, he does look very fit.
Yeah, he's going well.
Yeah.
What about some off-field stuff, Jack?
Well, I don't know. We were talking about some of the antics that people used to get up to.
Well, your co-host here, Jack, was very good at it.
Oh, Canizo. I can't imagine that. What did he used to get up to? What was?
One Mark Wilkins performed very well after training.
We did.
I can remember another one. Sorry, just for cutting him while I think of it. One Ken Vivian.
Ken Vivian.
Come in and put your jocks on after training, and you'd be like. You look like bloody George in the jungle because the middle of your jocks were all cut out.
But you're right, Cal, about me and Wilkie, we'd do the extra yard afterwards and do a couple of 440s, and that's why we got the best out of ourselves. So, but I think the game really going on there, Jack?
Yeah, it's not far off. But look, boys, thanks very much for joining us, and enjoy the day. It's going to be good to catch up with a lot of the old boys that you haven't seen for quite a while. And as sort of Lukey Snell said when he was sort of organising, we all get together when there's a funeral or something like that, but it's going to be terrific to get together on a day like this, and hopefully the boys can go really well and maybe snag the win. So
fantastic stuff. And just the way you guys run this and things like that for like people like us who in Queensland can't see it, which I didn't know about, but now I watch all the time. So
that's good.
I live stream it through the Bundy Hotel. Will they dig?
You would do, eh? Just can imagine. Well, go and enjoy your day, boys.
Yeah,
thanks for coming up. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having us.
All the best.
Thanks, mate.
No,
thanks.
Good, mate.
Well done, boys.
Righto, boys. All right, back to the footy now. We'll have some others coming up a bit later on, Jack. But look, we'd say it's a fine day here today for for football. Ground's looking good.
Perfect day for footy, and yeah, weird seeing them in the old purple and gold colours. It's been a long time. But
So they've got the old purple and gold jumpers here. You'll see on the TV. They're originally, I think they said 86 when they changed, because the jumpers were getting difficult, or the colours were the purple and gold, so we had to go for an AFL jumper. And anyway, we landed on the Tigers. But today, for a very special day, they've gone and put themselves back in the gold and purple, which we're very familiar with, Jack. We played an 85 grand final in one of those jumpers.
I still had a pair of socks up until a couple of years ago that I remember where they were, but I think they're gone now. I don't know where they were. But
I've got the jumper still, but it didn't quite fit. I think Kylie might have shrunk it in the dryer, so I didn't bring it along. But looking forward to a good day. Moving North had a couple of good wins, mate. They beat Ballara there last week.
I saw that game, and it was a terrific win. I think I was talking to some of the Ballara lads before the game, and they seemed to, just to me, it looked like they thought they were going to come up and get the 4 points, and then they were going to focus on the Newborough game today, and I think they might have got a bit ahead of themselves. And Mirboo North, after a big win, a terrific win against Innar the week before, put two really good ones together. So out of the side goes Josh Taylor. He's had the hamstring. He did a bad one on the weekend, and Link's gone out with a hammy. I think Josh Smith comes in to the side.
Yes.
And one
Isaac Terrick's out and Jesse Chiller's in for us.
That's right. Yep. So
Isaiah's out, but they did look good last week. They had a bit of belief.
Oh, sorry. And Lockie Dyke comes in today for his first senior game.
Is he okay?
Yeah, Lockie Dyke helped us out with the force when he was about 12 or 13 years old. He's played quite a few junior games here. Been a terrific player in the twos, and he gets his chance today.
That's great. Of course, he's son of Shane Dyke. He played a lot of football up here, a lot of junior and senior football up here over the years, and now he's got a lot to do with the club in a sort of less, a more admin capacity, managering. So it's good. But looking forward to it. Mirboo North did look good last week. We'll see. More or less travelling beautifully. I think. Where are they, Jack? They're third, are they?
They're fifth on the ladder, a loss today will, it could harm their top six aspirations, but they're not out of it. They're actually a couple of games in, so the final six looks like it might be set, but more or less will start the favourites today. But
it definitely will, and obviously the beast, the big Liam Nash, is going to be crucial for Mirboo North. If they're going to get a win, and been playing beautifully, even though I think he's still not 100% fit, but still the big body. Take some big grabs around the contests, so we're looking forward to seeing him go all right today from Mirboo North's perspective.
And with the side that Mirboo North's had, we started off lost those games early, but we always had, and it's not an excuse, but it is a reason that we always had two or three of the better players out. And in the last sort of couple of weeks, that the top 10, 12 players are all back in playing and starting to gel a bit and playing some good footy. So it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me to see Mirboo North go really well here, possibly even pinch the win on a beautiful day and in front of a big crowd. So,
I'll tell you what, Jack, the number, we normally know that the Mirboo North plays pretty easily, but with these new jumpers on, it's a bit more difficult, isn't it, to recognise them?
They do. They look different. Yeah,
can I see big Benny Campbell out there? Is he out there or not?
Where's the blue hat?
The blue hat is not there so far, but maybe he's just got it off at the moment. But
he's playing. He's had a terrific year.
Yep, he's had a great year. So. It's all the scene's set. There's a big crowd downstairs. Like I said, a lot of past players have come back, and a lot of people from lots of generations have come back for the day. And I think it was good because it was a past players, not just any particular premiership year. It was a past players, so everyone's made the effort. I know Michael House has come over from Adelaide. We've got Digger, like you said, and Keogh coming down from Queensland. There's people coming from far away, so it's going to be a great afternoon and evening tonight, I think.
Yeah, Michael Watt spoke well. I went down the rooms and had a bit of a listen there, and he's been here a long time and spoke really well about the struggles years ago, losing by 40, 50 goals and only having the one team, couldn't get a seconds, couldn't get thirds. The thirds and fourths were successful, but the reserves didn't have enough players to field those.
I remember that game against, I think it was Yallourn North that Kel was talking about there before. We got done by 40 goals, and that was a night game, and we got done by 40 goals and didn't get anywhere near it, and they were pretty tough on us too. And but when you look at it now over the last decade, there's been last 15 years, there's been a lot of success, so the club's going along nicely. Obviously announced the new coach for next year.
Yes,
Peter Monka.
Yeah, it's a terrific appointment.
So 2007 Premiership coach, I think it was 2007.
It was about there. Yeah, Troy coached for a year or two before that, and then he was crook and couldn't coach. And Shoddy came in and took over and won a flag. And he spent 6-7 years with the Gippsland Power program. So as an assistant coach there, so a terrific appointment. And Shoddy's going to be. He's already on the phone and proactive chasing players and retaining players. So it's a good position to be in, having a coach organised already.
Looks good, mate. And we got, speaking of the ground, looking good. I think Steve Bicken has just joined us, and he's got the Bicko. Looks like you've had the special mower out there, have you, over the last, yesterday or the day before? Because the ground's looking like it's cross-sectioned or something like that.
Don't give away too many trade secrets here.
Righto, mate. Well, the ground's looking beautiful, mate. Ground's looking beautiful. All set. The scene's set for a good afternoon. The sun's shining here. Probably a balmy 12 degrees down here in Mirboo North. Big crowd downstairs. Cars too deep. Scene set. Umpire raises the ball, and we're off to the start. And up fly the ruckman. Morwell East there gets the big tap there. Comes down, comes crashing through there. Number 4, Carrison gets a ball, and a little short pass and finds his. He drops the mark, and that's number 29 for Evans. Big contest here.
Big Isaac,
that's him. Used to play here, didn't he?
Yep,
Jack,
yes.
And his teammates, Morwell East, looking good here in early days. Runs the ball down, and only to find big Shannon Kennedy takes a mark, intercept mark on the half-back flank. Big Kennedy, young junior, come up through the juniors, thumps the ball up looking for Brooks. Isaac, over the shoulder, looks like Brooks has got the free kick. That's going to be a nice duel there today between Isaac and Bass. Brooks got the ball, centre wing. Looking for teammate, kicks it up, trying to find Peters, drops, not yet, he gives you the mark.
Chop the arms.
Rory Peter takes the mark on the half-forward flank. Looking for a teammate's getting lead, Peters is leading, just thumps it in long, looking for the Nash, and that's come through, and that's Smith. So Smith's got the ball about 40 metres out. Slide angle, Josh Smith, he's had a good season so far, big body, takes some good marks, and he's normally a beautiful kick. So Josh Smith, 45 metres out, boys. 35 metres out, going towards the eastern end.
No wind to speak of.
No wind to speak. The sock it's not doing anything, Jack.
It's limp.
Yeah, it's probably still maybe a 2-goal breeze going down to this end, boys.
Smith comes in.
Ground.
Oh, he shanked it.
He shanked it as he's put it to the right, and he's missed to the right. So Smith. So moving north, 1 point.
Moving north, hit the lead.
Brooksy, is he out there?
Got the normal backyard commentary on the other side of the fence over here.
That's it. Righto. The Morwell East hit down to the bottom side where it's hard to see, but they go up.
Hutchison, well, that was number 3, Ranger.
Yep.
Hit the deck.
The big fella dives on the ball. He's shoveled it out.
There he is. There's Benny Campbell.
Benny Campbell gets a little handball out. Oh, he's going to get paid off the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Righto. So Morwell East got the ball deep in the back pocket, deep in the fence, looking up. Not much movement upfield, but they've found a little lead there. Handball across, kicks the ball into Isaac Abbas, who swings around on the right foot, goes onto his right foot, kicks the ball long, and that looks like mark. Evans runs into the forward 50, kicks the ball long, and there's a bloke sitting there in the goal square, takes an easy mark.
Yep. That was a nice play there by Evans, Jack.
Yeah.
Just ran past, looks good. Did he look classy there?
Yeah, well-weighted kick and just over the moving off defender's head. Couldn't do much about that.
Normally we can't see because it's raining. Now the sun's in our eyes, mate. And that's going to be Francis.
That's 3, who's it?
Francis.
5.
Is that 5? No, it's number 2, mate.
Number 2.
Yep, number 2, buddy.
Brandon Francis.
Yep. So, Morwell, kick a goal. The first for the game, is it?
Yeah.
Or not? Yes? Yep, it's a goal. So 1 goal, 6 plays, 1 point. 3 minutes gone, first quarter. So, bit of heat on the game already, Jack?
Yeah, no, they're going in hard. Yeah, there's plenty of effort around the ball, plenty of runs. So, could be a good high standard game. Ground's in good nick, no wind as we spoke of. So yeah, we're looking forward to a good classy game here against 2 good sides.
Pico, ground looks good, held up good.
Yeah, it's come up pretty good, Ange, I think.
Good job. So we've got a Bass against Brooks here in the centre.
Do you do it all yourself, or you got a few helpers?
No, got Pommy Paul.
Pommy Paul's the man, yeah.
You don't let him near at all, Mo, do you, Vic?
Yeah, he's the boss.
You put the bumper stops on him?
No, he hasn't hit anything this year. He's been good.
That's good, mate. Good to hear. So the ball taking its time to get back to the centre. Here they come.
A couple of familiar names. Ryan Carlson, number 4 for Morwell East. He was a junior at Churchill.
Okay.
I think he played a couple of games up here with us when we were chasing, when we were short in the under 14s, under 16s. So he come and helped us out. Quite a good young fella.
So Abbas is going to be up against Brooks in the centre. And up goes the ball. Brooks gets the tap down. Ben Campbell comes streaming through, takes the ball, dummy back to Brooks. Brooks gets caught. Campbell gives him the don't argue, but he ducks the head. I think he's going to be caught. No, he gets the ball out, and that's Hudson Kerr. Kerr gets it across to... Can't tell who that is, but it's a Morwell player there, and he gets a nice clearing kick. And looks like it's going to be Kennedy against the Morwell player there, and through comes... Is that Evans again? Gets ball to ground, and the umpire says, I'll have it and ball it up. So...
The kick out of the middle there would have been the go. They overused the handball there, two or three handballs, and got themselves into trouble. But
yeah, Benny Campbell, they could have cleared it there. Anyway, the ball goes up again. Up we go, number 16. We've got Coots. Tap down. Campbell crashes through and goes nowhere. The umpire says, I'll have the ball again and ball it up. Early thoughts, Bicko?
It's pretty evenly poised at the moment. They're just trying to find their feet both sides, I think.
Brooks, yep.
I think it's one in the back, but no.
I thought so, but the umpire didn't call it, so it stacks on the mill again, and the ball was the third ball up in about 15 seconds. So hard to get the ball out, a bit like last night's game, guys. If you watched it, Collingwood.
What an effort that
was. They
was.
looked pretty good, didn't they?
Yeah.
Much as I don't like to say it, they looked really good. So Brooks goes up, and Coots gets the ball down to himself and kicks, hurried kick. Well, this play goes down there. Suter, is it? And he got a free kick, did he? He did. Must have been
over the shoulder. Yeah.
Was it over the shoulder? Then ducked, did he? That's number 7, Suter. So Suter, 55 out, looking for a lead, and he just thumps it into the forward line. Moving North plays. It's one-on-one there. The ball hits the deck, and up through comes Carson. You look quick there. The ball comes down, but it looks like it's going to be another ball up, Jack.
Right, at the top of their more or less 10 metre line. Ball gets thrown up. Ruckman go at it. Brooks gets it across to Huddy Kerr. Huddy kicks the ball out to no one really, like Harry Mahoney, but that is 16. Coots picks the ball up and kicks a point, just misses to the right hand side. So a good opportunist effort there by Coots there. Roved the ball and unlucky not to nail that.
They're looking good when they go into the forward line, Jack. Would you say they are?
Yeah,
they are. Structure there and one-on-one. So moving North, they're going to be on their back. They're going to be right on their money there.
So who we got kicking out here? Looks like
is it
Blairy?
Yep.
Yeah, they are hard to pick in these.
They are. They all got the same hairdo.
All bald.
Polished.
Yeah. So Blair, just misses his mark there. But
Joel Lambourne.
Yeah, follows
good
up.
Hands to Huddy
Kerr. Yeah, he's out, kicks on the left foot, pokey little kick, and finds his man.
That's Peters, is it?
Yep. Right on the bottom. Right on the bottom wing.
Peters, young Bo Peters.
Looks in board. Nice long kick. Travels 50 metres to Nash. Nash is caught behind, but he's good enough to get a fist on it, and the ball goes out of bounds on Mirboo North's half-forward flank bottom side of the ground.
Once again, that bottom side's getting a lot of attention.
A lot of attention. Hasn't been up the top yet.
It will.
We'll do our best from down there. So Smith's down there. Isaac gets a little tap out to his teammate there, but Nash comes in, stacks on the mill, and it's going to be another ball up. Hard to beat Isaac Abbas. He's had a couple of years at Morwell in the system there, and he's really developed. He was a junior here at Mirboo North. He could hardly kick and mark when he first started, but geez, he's a good player now. Peters just misses that pick up there, but he shovels the ball off the ground to Benny Campbell. Benny Campbell pushes the bloke out and a fend off, and gets the ball into the forward 50 to Nash. It's gone past him.
Big
Paddy was.
Yep, looks like they clear it. There goes Blairy. Blairy comes in with a thumping kick into the forward line. It's young Chiller and Nash. Nash takes drops it. And there goes, then he tries to get up again and he thumps it out, but Morwell to clear it well. That was number 18, Hutchison. Hutchison to the boundary, he chases it up again. I'll tell you what, they're probably lucky there that Nashy just fumbled it there.
Just fumbled that, that's one he'd normally take.
He does, but bit of urgency in the forward line there. And I see they've got Peters, I've seen Bo Peters was down the forward line there, so maybe they're not playing in the back like they normally do today. So we'll see where that lands, but the ball goes up and that was Big Paddy, he goes up, thumps it down. Is that Nash underneath it there? No, it's not. It's, who was that? Number 12, Paneri.
301 games today, 302 I think it is.
Was it? Yeah. Good effort by Dom.
Sorry, 251.
251,
sorry.
251. So he's a bit young for that.
Sorry. 250 he played the other week.
So up they go. The ruckman go up, Bigger Bass gets a tap down, finds the Mirboo North player, a bit hard to see what it is from there. It looks like it's going to be stacks on the middle. There's a ball come out.
Nash picks it up.
Nash picks it up and gets the hands out. And Campbell is a free kick to who? Morwell East, it looks like. It's slung down. Yep, it looks like a free kick. Can't see the number there, but Morwell East in the back pocket. And they decide to switch, and he looks for his teammate.
He's missed a terrible kick.
Hutchison, and it's gone through for a point.
Actually kicked it through for the goal.
It's like something I would have done, Jack.
That was good pressure from the boys. Their frontal pressure's been real good. It's cranked up a bit.
And And Nash so far looking okay. He's been on,
He played a
looks
terrific,
solid.
best on ground last week. He played really well.
Yeah, look at that.
Damo Turner.
Turner, another number 20, the captain, the captain, left footer, thumping left footer. He was
Nash
looking
has got
for
this.
Nash, but no, he doesn't.
He's just missed it.
Didn't get tipper.
Not even Superman can get that one, Jack. And he's as close as you get to it.
Yeah,
So,
close as we got.
yeah. So good start of the game, boys. Good clean game. Bit of pressure on both ways.
Yep, yeah, no, they're going well, the lads. Umpiring, no issue there. They're playing what they see. And we're hoping to not have any dissent or anything like that, the umpires, because they do a terrific job. That was Paddy Lewis got a handball out.
Paddy Lewis got
Is
it
that
out.
Smith again.
Look at
He
him.
shoved the tackle on the right
done
foot.
well.
He's
Yeah,
kicked the goal.
That's a goal. Moving North. Geez, that looks strong, isn't
Strong,
he?
yeah. Struck that tackle. Give him the don't argue.
Big Paddy got that tap out there, though. He done well. Big Paddy Lewis, and he's played a few senior games now, and he appears to be getting better by the week, I must admit.
No, he is. He's, I think a couple of years he's going to be turning into a pretty handy player. He's a very good lawn bowler.
And I must say good day to Peter up in Billawil. He's just reached out, mate.
Yeah, Peter.
So Peter's up there.
Good on you, mate.
Missing you down here, mate. Would have been good over here, but there'll be a next time, bud. So he's watching up from Billawil, which up in the Sunshine State, up there, Queensland. So
hope it's raining. Hope it's pissing down.
Yeah. Anyway, have a good call, he's saying, boys. Right, and the ball's going to go up. Brooks goes up against Abbas. Abbas gets a tap down, and that looks like Paneri goes out and clears it, gets a handball to no one. And Huddy Kerr just boots it off the ground. Here comes Nash, but it looks been. Oh, it's what number 18. Hutchison takes a good strong mark at full back. Looks for his teammate number 29, and he finds Evans, and Evans takes off straight away and kicks it up to the top wing to find his teammate. So he's dropped the mark there. And this is Peter against their number 6 in Towns. Towns, and they're going in hard there. Peter going in, following up. Paneri's on the bottom of it. The captain.
Good numbers moving off.
Damo Turner gets it to Lambourne. Lambourne, beautiful right foot kick to it. Oh, there's good competition going there between Nash and Hutchison. Nash wins it out. He just thumps the ball. He's just gone in. There's no one in the goal square. He's going to come back.
Hit the bounce.
No, it's going to beat them all. It's staying in.
Maxie Woodall's half a chance.
Max Woodall, the young 15-year-old junior.
Oh, great
Smart
play,
run
Max.
he finds. Well done, Max. So Max
found Smithy.
Yep,
Smithy found Smithy. So it's nice to see that. Nash just followed up, kicked it into the sort of open space, and then Woodall, the 15-year-old, is playing pretty well so far in his probably 4th or 5th senior game. Finds Smith. Smith lining up from 35 out.
Oh, he's missed to the left.
Shanked it to the left. So
Geez, Max Woodall was good last week. I watched the Blower game, and he halved so many contests. His pressure down forward was terrific. I think he got a goal, set up a couple.
He did.
He doesn't look out of place at all, that boy.
He doesn't, mate. For a young 15-year-old playing senior football, he's done well.
And more or less kicked the ball to the. Oh no, good play there by. Is that
Craddy? That's that.
Yeah, spoiled the ball and looks him bored, and there's Smith again. Third shot of goal in 2 minutes. This will be so.
Craddy's our best kick coming off the half back. He kicks the ball beautifully.
He's lowering his eyes now. Yeah, back in the day he was kicking it. Yeah, he could kick it 60 metres when he was a kid. He used to kick it long, but now he lowers his eyes and
he finds targets.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's matured. He's a bloody terrific player. He's going to get close to winning the best and fairest this year.
I know that the coaching staff have worked on his delivery, and you can see it's really worked. He's finding targets where he never used to.
That's right.
So Smith, what is he? Jack 50?
50, kick right from the line, and it's not going to make the distance, and he's gone down to the left again. It's out of bounds on the full.
So BK, we've got plenty of opportunities at the moment moving north.
Yeah, they've heaps of ball coming in, and they've got to make the most of this wind edge. It's picked up again. It's probably maybe a 2 and a bit goal breeze now. The old windsocks stuck.
Yep. She's stuck there.
They're down the bottom side again, as they have all day so far. Big long kick. Big boys go up, and that looks like Lambourne that got in front.
Huddy Kerr.
Huddy picks it up on the left foot, snaps the ball in, but it's all more or less take a good defensive mark. Little chip there to Suter, I think, the little fella. Looks in board. Oh no, then he's missed the kick there, but looks like he's at Carlson, picks the ball up.
Francis kicks the ball.
Kicks the ball in, and we've got...
you got Evans, that's Evans against Ronnie. There's Max Woodall again, mate. Look at him, just cleaning it up.
Kicks on the right foot.
And looking for Peters.
Peters going to have to go here. He's done well.
Full ducks ahead, Peters. Was that too high? He ducked ahead, I think.
Yeah, he ducked ahead. He had nowhere to go.
No, he didn't have nowhere. No, he can't. That's not hold the ball. That's, umpire says, I'll have it. He was lucky there, probably. He did duck the head.
He was moving forward, and he didn't have much else he could do, really. So he was lucky not to get kicked in the head, actually.
He was. Druckmann, Abbas, Brooks. Abbas gets a tap down to number 7, Suter. Suter tries to crash his way through. Kerr. And there's Kerr. Look at him, clean Kerr. And he goes left foot into no one, really. And it's going to just sail through towards the boundary line, and it's probably going to beat them all.
Oh, Richo he was up and down on one spot a bit there, but
He was.
the big fella, he was
Took a while to get going, but he's 6'5", Jack.
he was running hard.
Can't be as sharp as you, mate, in your day.
He'd be quicker than me, don't worry about that.
So boundary umpire comes in 15, so they get the throw in, and it's about 15 metres out from the Mirboo North goal. And up goes the ruckman. A Bass gets a tap out again, just thumps it down away from the Mirboo North goal, and it looks like that's number 6 in Towns, running through pretty hard, getting chased. Towns gets a handball, gets it back again, double and back. He's going backwards, and he finds his teammate in Francis. Francis kicks down towards the boundary, and he finds 57 and Day. Day keeps it inboard, finds his teammate from Morwell. He gets caught. Is that caught? Paneri lays a tackle, and yes, says the umpire, that's that's dropping the ball. So Lambourne gets a kick in, finds Huddy Kerr back to Lambourne. Kick to kick at the moment, like used to be at school, and he just fires it in, and only to find Hutchison for Morwell East. No one on him.
7 or 8 inside 50s, I reckon, Mirboo North have had, and just for the one goal, so they'd be disappointed with that. They've had plenty of opportunities.
A bit like Melbourne last night. How many times they go in compared to Collingwood? I can't remember what it was, but it was like double the amount.
Yep. Lambourne sits underneath the ball. I think he's going to get a free kick. Yep, drop the arms. Now he's playing on. Surely he's going to hit someone here. Nash caught behind, and he gets out marked there. Towns again. He's defended well, Towns, but only to find.
Just some turnovers.
Cratty again, yeah.
Yep, kicks the ball. Another inside 50, a shallow one, but Morley's going to take the mark again.
Is that Towns again? Number 18, Hutchison.
Yeah, very good defensive mark. They need to maybe make a move to trying to get someone up the forward that can clunk one.
Yep, and there's Turner.
Turner behind the ball, doing what he does best. Little kick went about 9 metres.
Yeah. Looks like they look like brothers, don't they, mate?
Yeah, Blairy. Blair on the left foot finds
Peters drops
that, but his luck
back on it.
It's bounced on its end, and he's picked it up, given back to Smith.
Smith gets tackled.
Just knocked off the ball. There's about 6 more of these players here to one Mirboo North player, so they're going to run it out pretty easy. Should be some numbers up here for Mirboo North. That's young Ronnie. Played a good game last week, Ronnie. Picks the ball up. No, stacks on the mill. Right in front of us.
They certainly let me know he's got the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, he kept that in well because they had the extra there, so if that ball had got out, they would have been away.
Yep. Ball up right in front of us.
Lachlan Day, number 20.
Is that Brooks and a Bass? Up they go. A Bass gets a tap out again to Nash. Nash just thumps it forward.
Good little toe poke.
And then here comes Campbell. Campbell just thump and kick left foot into the goal square.
Smith again.
And Smith, but it doesn't get beat some more. Is it out in the full? Yes, I think it is. By the look at that.
They just need to lower their eyes coming back in.
So
They've got the wing.
hanging on.
Well, that's a shocking kick.
No, but he's going to find. It's going to land on the hands of Hutchison. But yeah,
Chiller was there.
They cleared it. The two young ones, Chiller and Woodall. Down they go. And is this Paneri, is it? No, that's Chiller, is it? 15. That's Jesse Chiller. Then they go. They come through the centre and more or less clear. And they've got an easy number 3. There is Granger. Granger kicks on the man of the mark. And what's going to go on here? Number 11. And that's Barnes, and Barnes gets a kick, and he kicks it in towards the forward line as he finds his teammate. The good mark there taken by, is that Lambourne again, and Ronnie, no, is that Ronnie?
Yeah, Rondog, yep.
Up he goes, looking for Peters. Peters putting the lead on up to the top wing and goes, give it here. So up goes Bo Peters, going to be, he's been outmarked. No, he hasn't, hits the deck. Peters gets the ball again. And that was well done by Shannon Kenny. Gave it back. Bo Peters has a kick in, looking for Benny Campbell. The fight's a good mark by Campbell, and it's sent half-forward flank. He plays on automatically, and he thumps the ball long into the forward line. There's no one home. It looks like it's going to go in. Does it? It's going to be a goal. So what a cracking goal there. So Peters there done well. He didn't take the mark, but got back up, and he turned around, found his target, and Benny Campbell. And Benny Campbell thumping left foot. No one home, and another goal, boys.
Good play by Shannon Kennedy. Got the extra to the contest there, and helped.
Yeah, and Ronnie bringing it up the top where there was space too. That was pivotal in that bit of play there.
It was, and I think go back to your comment there when lower the eyes. That's exactly what Bo did there. He didn't just blaze away. I mean, Benny just took a big thump and kick. There was no one in the goal square, but that's what you do in it. If no one there, and if anyone's going to kick it from 60 metres out, I think Benny Campbell's going to be the bloke.
He's the man. So an 8-point lead to Mirboo North.
So looking all right, boys, so far.
Big Richo into the ruck. Izzy's got his work cut out against 3 ruckmen today, so we'll see.
I think Izzy will go all right.
Yep.
So they go up. Big Izzy gets the tap out. Nash is in there. Huddy just overruns it. Stacks on the mill. It's going to come out, I think. Yep, they're going to pay it. And it's Smith again. Geez, he's had a lot of the ball. Kicks the ball deep into the 50. You got Benny Campbell. Benny Campbell's going to swing it around, and he's just missed to the left-hand side.
He's looking dangerous, Campbell, isn't he?
He's looking very dangerous. And Smith, geez, he's had a heap of it.
Yep. Campbell's had a good year to date, and he's had played a good year, and he's looking every week. He's contributed.
Oh, he's been a terrific pickup. Hopefully, stays for another couple of years. He's a ripper.
So him and Nashi have changed out of the middle. Nashi's gone into the middle now, boys, and Benny Campbell's gone forward. So that's a change that's been made to get a taller option there, I think.
Yep.
So it must have been out of bounds on the 4 by the look of it. So it's a kick down up to the Mirboo North forward 50, but
Hutchison drops it.
Yeah, Campbell's in there again. He's going to pick it up. No, he's not. Stacks on the mill again.
He's had a good tackle.
Yeah.
So it is raining up in Billawheeler, Jack, Peter said.
Is it?
He said it is raining, so...
Beautiful up here. We've got the factor 30 on in here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Always talking to him up there, it's always sunshine, so I'm glad it's the other way around for a change.
Excellent. Big Isaac taps the ball in. We're forward 50 almost. Benny Campbell's in there again. He's going out to the boundary down the bottom side. Looks like Smith, the Campbell. Back to Nashi, kicks the ball in. Another shallow entry, but it's going to hit the deck. Paddy Lewis.
Oh, no, didn't find anyone there. And who's this coming up to map it up? Is that Harry Mahoney? Young Harry Mahoney gets it on. Oh, big Paddy Lewis, the big ruckman.
Surely.
He kicks
Come on,
it
Paddy.
on. No, he's found no one home. Oh,
he's dropped the sitter.
He's dropped it. Ooh, that was lucky there, wasn't it, eh? My goodness.
Great work there, Paddy. Geez, that would have been a confidence builder for the young fella. If he could have snagged the goal, he would have been wrapped.
So all these under siege a little bit here, moving north, getting a couple, but they could...
And they're dropping a couple. There's another missed kick. But they've got the numbers there.
Turning over. Well, it's a big tackle.
Oh, that's a great tackle.
What a tackle. He drops the
Smith
ball.
again.
Yeah. That was Card. He tried to play and didn't get any time. Smith just comes crunching through.
Oh, Nash is by himself. Here he is.
Nash is in there. Here he goes up to the contest. He's going to have about 6 on 1. Oh, he gets pushed off it.
Jesus.
You don't see that happen too often when Nash gets pushed off the ball, but he was, and this is Big Isaiah.
That was even up, I think. There was a little bit of a wrestle there with Nashi.
Yep. That's
how he was free.
Right, we'll see how that ends, Bick. Yeah. Young Wilkins gets a spoil.
Good play by young
Taj. Who's once again, he's played most of the senior, started off in the seconds, but now since he's been playing senior footy, got better by the week.
The ball ran into the C&D Earthworks sign.
C&D Earthworks, yep. Chris and Danielle sponsors the Mirboo North Football Netball Club, long term, and Cricket Club, I might add. The ball goes down and...
Out of bounds again.
Out of bounds. So... Since I spend a lot of time down there, Jack, maybe we should commentate from down there.
Be easier to see. The sun would be on our eyes. And
then it'd probably be all the players would be up here.
Yeah, probably.
It's good to chat to Kale and Digger there before, wasn't it? Past players.
A couple of household names there. They've done a lot for the club. Both boys.
I thought they were pretty well behaved too.
Yeah, it was unusual. Yeah, I was waiting for the
so was I.
For the conversation to turn south, but no.
Didn't. And out they go more or less, like they clear it and they have, and they go to centre half forward, a bit of a tussle there, 1-on-1. And no one really wins it, and there's Blair. Blair gets it across to Lambourne. Lambourne turns around, tries to turn out. Does he get caught? No, it's been smothered there by number 22, Francis. Good smother. The ball goes through, and that's Suda on the bottom of the pack there. Does he get caught? There's a free kick being given too high, so Suda will take the free kick, sort of centre wing, bottom side for Morwell East. And he looks for his teammate, and he finds him, and is that... Don't know those, can't see the number, but he thumps it in forward, looking for his forward man. The boys go up, hits the deck, and that's Turner. Hasn't got it, he says.
Yeah.
Yep, he has it, so Turner gets a free kick.
Let the umpire know all about that, put the arms out.
I thought he played 50 then, but...
No, the captain, so he goes, come on guys, give me something, so up it goes, and who's this? It's going to be Nash, and Nash, no, it doesn't take it. They've teamed him up pretty well today.
Yeah, they're on
Nash, haven't they? They're on him. So, and number 12 there, he keeps it in. Cart does well, then he gets it on his teammate Marks. Marks kicks it inboard. But Big Brooks comes through. Here comes Panera. He picks it up clean, gets a handball. He looks for Brooks, and Brooks bounces on it. Off he goes. Just kicks a hurried kick.
Great play.
And he's going to find young Lockie. Was it Lockie died? Then he's running. The young fella in his debut game hits the deck.
Chill.
Makes a contact. Chiller, another junior, just goes for goal, and Chiller goes
for
goal.
Yeah.
Chiller, well, two young guns. So Lockie died his first game, bought the ground, it come to ground, made a contest. Young Chiller comes around.
Terrific play, yeah.
And they get a goal out of it. So well done. Lockie would be really happy with that.
Won't go as a stat. It wasn't a handball or a kick, but he made the contest, paddled the ball out, and Chiller jumped on it. And he's good in front of goals, young Chiller. He knows where they are. So yeah.
So the score reads 3 goals 4-22 Mirboo North to 1 goal 1-7 Morwell East. 23 minutes gone. Quarter 1 Wilder J Tuck Reserve, and Mirboo North have had most of the play this quarter. Bicko?
Yeah, they've changed the game, Minge, with just their delivery, lowering the eyes and the pressure. Their pressure has been top top class.
And I think putting Liam and Nash in the middle and having Benny down 40s, just giving a contest through the centre.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of work into Nash.
They are, aren't they? They're giving
Morwell,
lots of attention.
But if they're playing 2 on him, that gives us a spare.
Yep.
Paddy Kerr, Carlson, he's going to get a free kick. No, he's not. No, it looked like it was in the bank to Carlson, but more or less Suter kicks the ball into the forward line. They go up, Bo Peters knocks it down. He's following up Ronnie. We've got a bit of talk there. Bo Peters to Peter. 2 on 1, 3 on 1. Paddy Kerr, cool. We've got numbers. Oh, the handball.
Give it away to no one.
It's a bit
There
of
it is again. Is that
Chiller?
young Chiller?
Yeah.
Chiller.
And Benny
Looking
Campbell.
for Campbell. The race is on.
Is he going to turn him inside out?
He tries to.
Out of bounds wouldn't be.
Is that a kick from while he's sitting down?
He's done that before.
There's a 2 on 1 here, and number 21.
Oh,
He's got him.
great
Settle,
tackle.
what a
Yes,
tackle.
He's got him.
He's got him too. That's a great tackle. Is that Don Paneri? Who's that?
Young Dotty. That's the
Young Lockie Dye at the debut.
Look at this. Here
The
we go.
debutant. Look at him,
the
mate.
pressure that they're bringing, boys.
I
It's,
reckon old Shane Dye will be down there. He'd be loving this.
Yeah, it's his first kick in senior footy. Here we go. For the first.
Wouldn't this be lovely, Jack, from here?
Be a fairy tale, wouldn't it?
Is he going to run around? He's doing a banana, is he?
No, he's kicked the banana. The umpire, no, it's gone to just up to the top side. He's just missed. So not a bad effort there, but great pressure there by Dotty there in the forward line. So, that's every side needs a player that can do that. Keep the ball locked into the forward line and tackle hard. He sets up 2 or 3 goals for your team, and that's his job. So
more or less we hope the siren goes at the moment, I'd imagine, because they wouldn't want Mirboo North to get another goal now.
still another couple of minutes to go, I'd say. And they really deserve another goal. They've outplayed more or less this quarter.
They have, and the ball goes up, and Peter's good spoil there, number 1. Who is, don't know who number 1 is, Jack.
It's not on the sheet,
But it's not on the sheet,
might be an
mate.
illegal player.
We hope not. Number 37 takes a nice mark in Crikau, and he thumps the ball out looking for his little teammate. I think in number 12 is that Cart. Cart gets a handball to bigger Bass. A Bass goes in, turns his mate inside out, his teammate inside out, and goes in the opposition and only finds Brooks. Brooks takes a good mark there in the half-back flank.
No left footer Bus. He could have kicked that on the left foot, but he went back inside.
So Abbas finds, that's Chiller again, is it?
Lambert.
Yep, Lamborn. Lamborn down the bottom finds Taj Wilkins, a young Taj, a red net. If he goes and gets the kick and looking for his mate, is that Paneri?
No, that's Chiller.
Chiller again, sorry. Chiller gets spun around, gets a handball out, and there's the beast. There he is, Nash. And he gets a beautiful kick in, Paddy Lewis. Paddy Lewis takes a nice mark. He's had a fair view at the minute. He goes in ball with a right foot kick, but a shanky looking kick only to find the Morwell East player, number 25, and that's Siddle. So good build up by Mirboo North, but just shanked the kick a little bit. Wasn't a good delivery, and they've kicked it to the opposition. So they go inboard, finds his teammate in Towns. Towns had a good first quarter for Morwell East. Half back line of Mirboo North, centre half back.
Certainly not his fault there behind. No, he's played well.
He has, mate. And down they go to a contest, and that's Wilkins Coots Wilkins. Wilkins gets the punch down. Players going everywhere. Number 38 for, don't know who that is. We haven't got his number either, Jack. But anyway, down the bottom, the scoreboard gets a mention, and Granger chases it, but it beats him to the scoreboard over the line. So Mirboo North, good early signs.
27-minute mark, is that? Yep.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Yeah, so it can't be long to go.
No.
I've got to try and defend here. I'd hate for him to kick a goal with only a minute or so to go. Umpire throws it in. We've got Brooks in the ruck there. Ball comes to the back, Ronnie, and he's tied the ball up. He's evened the contest there, which is not a bad result. Ball's back.
So what we've seen in Mirboo North over the last 3 or 4 weeks is a bit of belief. Believe that they can win, and they have. And you're seeing it again today.
Yeah.
And there goes the siren. So Oral J Tuck Reserve is 3-5-23. Plays 1 goal, 1-7 first quarter at quarter time. But back to that point, Jack, Bicko, I mean, they are playing like they think they can win, where the last 3 or 4 weeks we've seen that.
I think I said at the start, I think we've got, probably if you look at our top 10, 11 players, well, obviously we've got Abby Taylor out this week, who would clearly be in there, but, for the last sort of 6-7 weeks we've had access to our better players, our top sort of 10, 12 players, and it makes a big difference. You only got to have a couple of those guys out, and other blokes drop the head a little bit where they shouldn't. But we've certainly had a better side on the ground the last.
And you've got big Jules out as well. You know what I mean?
The general back there.
The general, you know what I mean? So they're going all right, but it's early days. More or less, we regrouping there and saying what they want to change. But I mean, I think they've kept. Nash didn't have a bad quarter, but like you said, they gave him plenty of attention. Bicko, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty physical off the ball, and a lot of it is behind play, just ragdolling him down. But while they're doing that, we're getting the ball, and that's why we had the extra a lot of the time, because they were too busy trying to get him.
Nash quality player though, like, and he's got a big body too. And I mean, if they, he'll certainly let them know that he's around if he gets the opportunity. If they start playing that, but you know what I mean, they've got to try to keep him a little bit quiet, because he is a linchpin of the Mirboo North side, and needs to, they need to sort of shut him down. They haven't shut him down, but he's certainly got plenty of attention. So I know with the netball today, under 17s Mirboo North 30, Morwell East 48. They got defeated. Under 15s Mirboo North 45, Morwell East 26 had a good win, and the under 13s Mirboo North under 13s. But I know in the seniors, the A grade, Mirboo North, Morwell East is the only team that has beaten Mirboo North in A grade. So there'll be a cracking game over there on the A grade side today. Should be a pretty close one in the A grade netball. So I know the girls are fired up, and if we weren't here, I'd be over there watching that.
Yeah, they certainly do well, the Morwell East netball girls, so do the Mirboo North girls, so it'll be pretty fierce over there. But wind the clock back 10, 12 weeks ago when we played Morwell East, and I don't reckon they're as physical today as they were last time we played over at Morwell East. They belted the crap out of us last time. We'd get the ball, they'd be smashing us into the ground after the kick was gone. They were really physical, just on the limit.
Yeah.
No one got reported. There was no. Might have one guy sent off, but I know some of the players talking to them after the game, they were sore, real sore, and they said, Jesus, they're big physical side. But
they've been chasing Jack today too, in saying that. Like, Mirboo North's had the ball, they've been hard at it, and really more or less have been chasing, so there's been no real time to do much except chase.
That's right, yeah. Yep.
I think Mirboo North, if they would have converted a little bit, taking their time, maybe some talk, but we'll see. I mean, 3 goals, 5, they've had 8 scoring shots to 2, so we'll see what Morwell East come out like. Don't forget, they're not sitting whatever they are, 5th, did you say, Jack?
Yeah,
5th for no reason.
That's right.
Quality side, you can see, and they make it come. But Mirboo North just has to maintain their pressure, get in the forward line and maybe a few more conversion of goals, and this will be a great game of footy we're going to witness.
Well, looking forward to the next 3 quarters. I really do. Especially this second quarter. We're sort of saying that the scoring end is the score at the end that Mirboo North kicked to last quarter, but we'll see. If we can have the ball living in our forward 50, kicking into the wind.
So big crowd out there, a lot of the past players, a lot of guys that we know. Jack from our era, all sitting down there around the coach, and Abby Taylor in his purple top, and Carl Lowe, the manager and Ace Earth Moving major sponsor. So they're all down there. And Bick, there's a few of your mates have come from Warrnambool as well, so lots of different ages.
It is, mate. It's fantastic.
So great day. So look, and like I said, the weather's turned it on. Beautiful. The Gold Coast of Gippsland, as we call Mirboo North. She's all a beautiful afternoon. So witnessing a good game of footy. And so I wonder what do you think Abby Taylor will be saying to the troops, Jack?
Well, keep the pressure going. Keep being first to the ball. Keep getting numbers at the ball. We've had quite a few out numbers. Like there's been some, 1-on-1, 2-on-2s, but Mirboo North players have pushed over and made the out numbers. So. We've been winning those contests, or at least half of them. So that's winning the ball at ground level, but geez, if they could just come in that forward 50, just lower the eyes a little bit. We've had a couple of really good hits, but just a little bit more structure down forward, and we could be really, really dominating this game.
And what would the coach Suter be saying to Morwell East, okay?
Probably just to clean things up out of the backline edge. They put a lot of pressure on themselves with sloppy disposal, which allowed our guys to actually put pressure on, which they couldn't get the ball through the centre, and they're probably just going that little bit wide. We know at Mirboo North that if you play down the bottom side, you're not going to score. So I'd say this quarter they'll attack through the middle, and they probably need to, Ange, because we know how to play this ground. So
we do, mate. Yep. And just switching back to the netball again, we've got 3 netballers here. Congratulations to Marley Wallace, Malia Wallace and Tyler Peters for being selected, talent identified and invited to the upcoming trial for the 2023 Talent Academy Awards for state program. So that's a good effort from Mirboo North, 3 players in there into that state program. So obviously Marley and Malia, not sure if they're sisters, but perhaps, or some relation. Tyler Peters, obviously sister of Bo Peters, who's playing out here in the seniors. So good effort by Mirboo North, going beautifully over there in netball. And I was over there earlier this morning, and really good vibe around. Nice close knit team. You've got a lot of the A graders watching the juniors, and they're travelling along nicely. And like I said, Morwell East and Mirboo North in the A grade will be a cracking game, so I'll be interested to see how that ends up when the scores come across the scoreboard. But anyway, all the players are coming off the ground now. The spectators.
It's a fair crowd, isn't it?
Fair crowd, couple of beverages in hand with plenty, so they're priming up early. And
You see the Marlow connections made it down. There's Keeley.
They did make it down, and they're all there, which is great. Queenslanders, they've come from all points of the country, so.
Well, Tags Taylor still got his.
He's still got his jump.
No, not Tags.
Still fits in it.
He does, yes, Tags.
Sorry, Bridie and Tags. Yeah.
They're both. Like I said, they're obviously cold dried theirs because ours don't fit. The seam's set for a good second.
And Waddy's mum had shrunk hers.
She did, yeah. Exactly
he
right.
was saying.
Yes, so should be a good quarter coming up. Like I said, 3-5-23 plays 1-1-7 on the Strzelecki Engineering, Calvary, RACV, Solar and Langdon scoreboard. And here we go, the scene set. Up go the ruckman, Abbas against Brooks. Abbas gets a tap down, but really to no one. Millwall, let's clear it. Number 2, suited to Francis. Francis, they go down under it, and it stacks on the mill. But Big Campbell comes through, and big cracking right foot kick to no one. And there goes Nash, and Nash is following it up, and he goes inboard, turns around, but he slips over, gets the hands inboard, and that is
Jake Smith.
Smith back to the
Nash.
the beast.
He hooks
and
it.
Nash, he hooks it, does he? And he does, but it goes across the face, and it's a point. So. It's a good early signs once again for Mirboo North, getting it back down there. They're just not converting. They didn't seem to have the numbers down there, Bicko, did they, running through?
I'd say the Morwell East boys might have got a bit of a revving at quarter time. They've come out with a bit of heat in that first centre bounce.
Especially out of the centre. Yeah, it's good. Bicko, say you get out of mum there behind you, mates.
G'day,
To your commentating skills.
Baker's come up all the way from Marlow today.
She's done well.
Yeah. It's good to see Nash down the foot. I don't mind seeing Nashy down there.
No, nor do I, mate. It's big kick, and there's a Bass goes up the ruck, and the big pack flies, and they come down, and there's young Ronnie again, gets her hands out to Brooks. Hutchinson, he copped one high there, but the umpire didn't see it. And he didn't see it. We saw it, but the umpire, he copped the beauty there, didn't he?
Yeah,
And,
Isaac comes flying through there.
He did, and gave him one for his troubles, but the umpire, he unfortunately was facing the other. Couldn't see it. So up they go, a Bass, Brooks. No one gets a tap out. Number 7, Suda gets flung down. Campbell again. They are being a bit more physical now, the boys, aren't they?
Yeah, they've dialed it right up.
They have. And on the bottom there, number 4,
Carlson.
So yeah, they have dialed it up. Bicko, you're right.
Brooks goes up. Isaac gets the ball. Ronnie, Bo Peters is in there. Well, good effort there.
He got one. Geez, they're not.
Yeah,
He might have seen that one. Surely.
Yeah.
The other umpire actually paid that. The out-of-zone umpire paid that.
My goodness, and he was the closest to it. So, obviously, they've dialed it up. They certainly have.
Yeah. Nash just holds the player under the ball.
Woodall comes in. Look at him go. Hands in, balls. Look at that.
Back to Smith, is it again?
No, he's shanked it down the
No, that's to Smith standing on the mark now.
He was, Barnes from all these takes the mark in the back pocket. And he goes inboard and finds his teammate. That's a good spoil there. Look, he was looking.
Reece Cruddy, I think.
Yeah, it was Cruddy. The ball comes to deck. Another one high, but didn't pay it. Yeah, he did pay it. So they seem to be going a little bit high there, more or less at the moment. There's obviously a bit more urgency, but it's probably 3 in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's good the umpires are seeing it.
They are. One of them is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Turner.
Was that a good?
No, he's dropped
it.
Nash picks the ball on the left foot.
He's kicked it. Nash.
That's an opportunist goal.
There you go. That's what he can do. So.
She's looked like the Morwell bloke nearly had enough of it. Wasn't much. Wasn't far off.
No, but Nash, that's what he does. Yeah. You give him the ball, getting the ball anywhere around from 50 metres out, and you're going to be in a world of hurt. So Nash, that was a good goal to Mirboo North. Like I said, Morwell East have dialed it up and turned on the heat a little bit. Hard tackles.
Great response.
Great response from Mirboo North. 3-6-24 plays 1 goal, 1-7. Mirboo North's way at probably about 2 or 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. So good start by Mirboo North.
Well, look, if they want to be second to the ball and start whacking a couple here and there, and the umpires pick it up. Morwell East can keep focused. Mirboo North can keep focused. There's a lead to be had here. 4-6 it is. 4-6 to 1-1. They were a bit slow putting that last goal up.
And I see, Bicko, they've got Peters and Wilkins on the wings here. Normally both backmen.
Yeah, Morwell East they've brought a forward up onto the wing, so they're playing their 2 flankers by the look of it up on the wing.
Up they go again, and looks like number 9 there. It was for Morwell East, which we haven't got a number for that either. But anyway,
he's copped a high one there.
He's going to get a free kick, number 9, and he gets a handball in. That looks like, can't tell what number he is, but he finds his teammate number 57, going to chase the ball. Day and Lambourne, and the boundary's going to beat them. Lambourne tries to do the one hand and tries to keep it in.
A good one-on-one contest there.
It was. So the ruckman of Bass is going to be a stay kick behind. And it looks like Brooks is going to be going up, and he gets a tap down, doesn't find anyone, and it's number 2 coming through Francis. Francis finds his teammate.
Nine, who we don't know.
Number 9 we don't know either, but
Domi Panieri's. Bounced over his head.
Yep, and they clear it well there. Well, he gets one, he gets slung to the ground. Good tackle by the captain, Turner.
Got Smith running down there by himself.
Foot, Smith, he's looking for him and he finds him. Nice mark by Smith, made up some ground and on the wing, and he goes inboard. He was looking for Blair, but he doesn't find him. And well, yes, he does. No, Blair, and that's that's another one too high. So they are
that's
going
a big
high.
roundhouse there.
That's a big one. So that's all right. Mirboo North won't mind that. They're getting the kicks, and they're getting the free kicks, and it's going to thump it forward on the forward line. And where they're looking for Nash, and Nash takes a big mark. So once again, probably a little undisciplined there by Morwell East, going high, hitting high again.
Yeah. The Morwell East of old.
And this could, we'll see if
well, some of these past players, if this ever happened back in their day.
I think you can tell some stories there. But so the Beast is going to line up.
Rondog's coming off,
as they call him.
Chiller coming on.
And if he gets this,
be a really handy lead.
That'll be a really handy lead for Mirboo North. Lines up, he's kicking from about 40, 45. Thumps it up forward and to the goal.
Looking good.
Looks like, is it? No, he's moved across. He's shanked it to the right, Jack.
Just to the bottom side. So Morwell East move the ball up to the top side of the ground. Easy mark there, and they takes a bounce. Probably the first bounce they've taken. Comes off his foot. Yeah, he's fumbled that. There's
Peters,
plenty of pressure.
The 2 young guns, Wilkins, Peters. What's happened there? He's given a free kick to Tripper, has he?
Might have just clipped him high, young Taj.
Clipped him and got him high.
That was great pressure from Bo.
Yep, he made up for 50 metres, didn't he? He ran pretty hard. Got a bit of pace about him, young fella.
But a good young player, I'll tell you. Kicks up right in top of the coach's box. The big men go up. Young Wilkins is there.
Coots come crashing through and gives Wilkins one too high. But no, the umpire says play on.
Kick inboard to Panieri. That's a great gutsy mark. Kicks the ball into the forward line, and they're lining up. Good tap there. Good punch there by
the numbers Hutchison.
Defender. But they're still numbers.
Picking up. Yeah, there's Turner.
There's that Turner again.
Yeah, the captain. Have a look
inside. And there's that Panieri again. Looking into the forward line. Not much movement going on. Isaac the Bass is dropping back in there, but he's found Nash. No, he hasn't. He's just dropped it.
Once again,
3 on 1.
Triple 2.
But I'll tell you what, Max Woodall picks it up on the banana. Oh, he's
just to the near side.
Just missed the banana. 2 shots went begging there.
A young fella has missed too many round goals, so that was right tight on the boundary, looking like it from here. So
4-8. So yeah, what did we keep? 1 goal, 2 so far. So still the ball's living in Mirboo North forward 50. Hasn't been down more or less in much this quarter. So
they just don't seem to have it in through the centre, do they? Comes to the centre, just gets repelled straight back into our forward line.
Yeah, they're setting up well behind the ball, moving off. You'll have a look at them through the middle here.
Yeah, our wingers are doing a great job pushing down, putting that pressure on.
See, Taj Wilkins is going back to full back now.
Yep.
And who's that?
Kicks it long in the middle. Long in the middle, looking for a bus, but he can't quite mark it. He's going again. Isaac there.
He's done well there.
Yeah, good effort. Blair's in there. Blair handballs the ball out to Brooks. Brooks kicks the ball down on the bottom side, looking for Turner. Big punch there by the Morwell East.
That was the number 18 from Morwell East. That was Hutchison again.
Nash runs on the ball. He shanked the kick. That's a bad one. But there's another good tackle there.
Followed up.
Turner. Back to Panieri by looking at
Chiller. Good tackle by Turner.
Yep, and he's
what's happened? He's given it. He's paid it. Geez, he's had a good call. The captain's had a cracking call, hasn't he, Damo Turner?
I'd like to see the tackle count.
I was just about to say, Jack,
well in front.
They don't seem to be dropping the tackles this week. No. They're sticking every tackle.
That's a great mark by Campbell. Let himself, and now he plays on immediately, and he's looking for his teammate, and he finds him. Woodall.
Max Woodall.
Woodall, is he going to test him this distance, or will he give it a go? He's looking like he's going to give it a go.
Got a decent boot. He'll be kicking from 45. He's got Isaac on the mark, so that's another 5 minutes he's got to go back.
Yep. He's got to get over. I know he looks for his teammate.
He's got one by himself. Bo Peters. Himself.
And he'll take a shot. He's a nice, lovely kick, Bo. This is really unusual, Bo having a shot at goal.
Kicked a lot of the juniors. In the force he was
in. But then they've played him in the seniors, been in the back line. I remember one day, maybe a little bit further up, with his uncle Pete, who's listening up there, I shanked one to him on the top here, Jack, and he kicked one from about 30 metres further back than that. So let's see what Bo can do.
Come on, little fella, you've got it. No, he shanked it to the right.
Shanked it to the right. And was that out the full? Or
Rapes.
Scrap through.
That's right.
For a point. Well, Uncle Wayne should be giving him a few lessons by the look of things.
I'm not sure he can be able to kick anymore either, mate. So anyway, number 26 for Morwell East gets it and kicks it on. That was Pickett. Pickett finds his teammate, number 11, Barnes. Barnes gets him down the forward line. So now it's in the Morwell East forward line. The race is on.
And
Number 1 for Morwell East, and does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. Campbell. Yeah, no. Umpire blows the whistle and says...
Probably good result from all this.
Called it from 180 metres away.
Wow.
That's all right.
Good result from all this, because Mirboo North had the outnumber again. 3-on-1 it was.
They did. So lots of rotations going on the bench. Turner's come off. Well-deserved rest.
Yep. He's been good.
Brian McCormack, the team manager, moving the bits and pieces around. Carlo standing by and just all obviously support for Abby Taylor, the coach. So here goes Campbell again. He comes crashing through Jack. Look, takes a bounce even. And Campbell, right foot and kicks it in board. Nash is getting plenty of attention again. And they go down. Oh, he's giving him in the back, has he? Or was he giving it to Nash? Who's he giving it to?
Doherty came in.
He's doing it against Doherty,
He's doing it against Doherty, yep, he has. So Nash once again taken off before the ball got down. Number 29, they find Evans. And Evans goes kick. And he finds his teammate, number 3, in Granger. Granger plays on, finds towards his teammate. The ball goes up. That's a good. No, he's dropped it. He's dropped it, and that's young Ronnie. They go in hard. Number 5 come crashing through in marks, and the ball's. She's a hot potato in there. Number 16, he's barreled his way in there. Coots, letting him know he's around. He's a big lad, and going in there hard and letting him know that he was around town.
I think it's the first time they've had it inside their forward 50 so far.
I think it is, mate. Brooks goes up and gets a tap down. And is he finding one? No, and that's number 3 in Granger. Granger gets his handball and doesn't find his teammate. There's Chile's had a good quarter. Looking for Peter. Peter gets it on to Kennedy. Kennedy kicks it on, doesn't find anyone. He's looking for the beast, and he does. And Nash gets a hurried handball. Woodall runs on it. Woodall gets a handball.
Paddy Lewis.
Big Paddy Lewis. He's about 40 metres. Back to Woodall, and Woodall runs in, takes a bounce. And thanks for coming, baby. He goes. And, Big Paddy goes, I think I'll give it back to you, Max, because they might catch me. But well done, Paddy Lewis. So that was beautiful play by him.
He stayed in his lane there, Big Paddy Lewis. He stayed right in his lane. That was a terrific week, and he put the body on too.
Was it Chiller that started that back here?
Yeah, Chiller and Ronnie did a great job just to halve that contest with big Matty Coots there.
Yep, they did. So Mirboo North went on. It was beautiful, and Paddy did the right thing there. Goes, Max, you take a run, mate, because you're the runner here. I'm the big fella. And gave him a nice set of hands, and no one's going to catch Max Woodall. Even if you give him 10 metres, you ain't catching him.
Oh, that was terrific play. Young fellas there.
So, geez, 5 goals, 9, 39. Mirboo North plays Morwell East. 1 goal, 1, 7, 12 minutes gone. Walter J. Tuck Reserve past players day. What a day we're having so far. If you're a Mirboo North supporter, you'd be pretty happy. Morwell East, maybe not so, but it's early days yet. So Brooks goes up against a Bass. A Bass, it looks like Morwell East. They go in. Here comes Campbell again. Campbell gets slung around and finds no one. He just kicks it to his to Marks. Is it Marks? Marks goes inboard. Looks like Morwell East. It's in the forward line again. He caught one eye. No, he didn't. Who's that? Just going to the bottom of the pack there. Jack, I couldn't see that, but there's Ronnie.
Ronnie kicks the ball down the bottom side. Out of bounds would be a good result if they don't call it deliberate, which they won't. It bounces back in. Looks like there's that. Hang on, what do they call? They've called a free kick. Hello. There's a bit of a punch on here.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
There's been a bit of heat in it for a while.
Who's in the bottom of that?
Joel Lambourne.
Joel. Yeah, right.
Surprise.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure where the free kick's going.
Doesn't matter. Looks like Campbell's got it. He goes, I'll have it. Yep. But no, it's going back to who's going to.
It might be Joel's free kick, is it?
It is. So Morwell East will be a bit frustrated at the moment.
So there you go, yeah. So more undisciplined work by Morwell East, and it hasn't come unstuck. So Lambourne kicks the ball down the bottom side. The big men go up. Ball spills to the front and square where the small forward should be. Ball goes out of bounds. But no, they have.
Big Matty Cooch just whacked Joel in the head then.
Yeah, righto.
What's behind play?
Yeah, he's still going at it.
Huh. Oh, look at that. He's thrown another one. Yeah, so you need to get this boy off, I think. But anyway.
As long as the boys play footy.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all right. They can do that all they want. As a coach, you just say, go the ball, don't you?
That's it.
That's all you can do.
Moving off that, being very disciplined at the moment.
As long as the umpires are onto it, behind play's no good though.
No. Isaac gets the ball down and forward, just knocks it forward, but it's
Peter.
Peter gets a long left foot kick to just inside 50, but the man in front there, the Morwell East defender takes the mark, and that is
Hutchison, was it?
Hutchison.
18? I think it was 18 or...
The beast on the mark. Plays on, comes up to the top side of the ground. It's a 2-on-1. Kratzat.
No.
Just goes under the ball, but Ronnie's there. Good play. Kicks the ball on the right foot. And Max Woodall in front.
Oh,
You had to keep that ball in front, then.
Yeah.
He's done real well.
Huddy Kerr.
He's gone in the goal. There's no one home, but it looks like it's going to go down the bottom.
It's going to go down for a point.
A point. So
Well, they could have done a little bit better with that as well, but good play. Numbers at the ball again, moving off 2-on-1, 3-on-2 around the ground, and the numbers pay out. So we're going to come up the top side by the look of things. Let's play it on.
going to come up this way, which will be nice.
Yep. Little kick in there, and it's a mark taken there by Granger.
Old Granger.
Oh, Granger, the Ranger. Looking forward. Little chip there. Only just went the 15 metres, but another little kick inside there to Suda by the look of that.
Yep, Suda plays on automatically and finds his teammate Marks. Mark spins around, left foot.
Mahoney, good pressure.
Yep, looking for it again. Who's that number 2? Number 2, Francis. Francis gets a handball. He's there on number 11 and he kicks it. Does he kick a goal?
No,
he's missed it.
He's missed it. That was Barnes.
Good pressure there by Harry Mahoney.
So more or less a little bit more structure there. They got the hands out, got a free man, but didn't take advantage of it. So they kicked a point, and that was Blair. Finds Campbell. Campbell just takes his time, pulling it up a little bit.
And they're the ones when you're 30,
goes to the top.
2 points down, you've got to nail those.
You do. And he goes up looking for the captain, and the captain Turner takes a nice mark.
Terrific kick.
Right in front of us on the centre wing, up the top end, and it looks like looking for Nash. And Nash takes it, goes up, and no, he doesn't take. That's a good mark taken there by number 6, Towns.
Towns.
He goes inboard and he finds his teammate. It's a nice play there by Towns. Nice looking kick and finds Marks. Marks back inboard looking for his teammate Suda. Suda takes a mark, pushes Mahoney off. Play on, says the umpire, and he kicks it into the forward line.
He's cooked it.
Stevens, no, he's been overrun. And number 12 there. Carter, look who's that. That's
Kennedy.
Kennedy,
Knocks it on.
Kennedy to Reece Kratzat. Reece Kratzat finds Blair. Blair takes a nice mark, back pocket. Comes up the top, looking for Chiller. Lambourne, sorry. Lambourne takes a nice mark. Captain's running up the top here. Peter gives him something. He decides to ignore it. He's going to go for Nash, I think, and Brooks, the big boys. And she's a battle of the giants here. And a Bass goes up and he doesn't take the mark. And the Towns comes to ground. Stevens goes in. 29, did he have it? No, he didn't. Evans. And I think Evans might get a free kick here. He didn't have it. He played for it. And I think it was a free kick there anyway. Evans, right outside the Mirboo North coach's boxes, goes inboard and finds Suda, it looks like. He handballs straight on. And then they go into the forward line. Evans, and that's a nice mark there taken by one of the Morwell East players, Jack.
It is, when we see the number,
32. Cunningham.
Matthew Cunningham.
So, Jack, they've got to get this.
I need to kick this, aim for the bottom goal post, but we won't tell him that.
They've definitely changed their game style here. They're starting to play on, starting to come back through the middle and starting to play on at all costs. So just trying to get things going.
Very important kick here from
So Cunningham goes in. That's a nice looking kick.
Never looked like missing.
No, he didn't. And that's a nice looking kick by Cunningham. His mates get around him. Goal umpire didn't move. Bicko, what's happening with that sock?
I think it's just caught up, Ange.
Is it? I'll have to get Joe up there on a ladder.
Tied up.
It has dropped down, but there's probably still a little bit in it.
So you're right, they've changed the way they're going. They're playing on at all costs and sort of starting to even up through the centre. Mirboo North used to shut them down there in the first quarter, but now they appear to be penetration through and getting into the forward line. They've had a few inside 50s now, converted once, but be interesting to see what happens. There's still probably 10 minutes to go in this quarter here, so it'll be interesting to see where we land at half time. But certainly,
game on.
Game is on. It's still early days, and like I said, more or less a quality outfit. Mirboo North just need to keep converting when they get down the forward line. So far, pretty entertaining game to watch, guys.
It is, mate. Yep, big Richo in the ruck and a bus. Someone stepped inside the centre.
Yep, looks like unlucky. The debut, the debutant has gone in too early. So
he's cooked the kick.
He has.
The kick and 3-on-1 again. And that looks like Campbell's going to.
Oh, 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Gee.
Oh no. Oh, I thought that.
So more East to bring in their forward flank up onto the wing when the ball's been bounced up in the top circle. Yep. That's why they got the extra on the top.
Right.
Big Izzy wins a tap down. Campbell, Richo, Huddy, Looks like Bo Peters is going to run onto the ball.
Look at him go.
Yeah, good. Oh, no, he's cooked the handball.
He's followed it up though.
Yeah. What's he done there?
No,
No,
just
played on.
For a free kick.
Yeah. Moving off. Still with the numbers there. Peters again hacks the ball down onto the bottom wing.
Finds no one though, mate.
Yeah, more or less. Another inside 50 coming
Towns, mate.
And that's a good
mark.
weighted kick. Yeah, that was a terrific way to kick. Right in between two moving off defenders.
That looks like Carlson. Number 4, Carlson.
Yep. Good young player. And this is Granger, is it? Number 3?
Is it number 3? I'm not sure. I thought it was 4, but anyway, we'll have a look in a minute, mate. But more or less, lad's going to line up to have a kick. 35 out, slide 45 metre.
Shouldn't have any problem with this one. Ball goes on the way. And it's
pretty
another
happy
one.
with it.
No.
Two goals in 2 minutes, more or less, and she's back on now.
They've sort of shut them down now. Moving North haven't made the most of their inside 50s, and now more or less have. So good goal, much needed goal. That was, who was it? Odds, can you see his number? Number 3, you're right.
Granger, yeah.
Granger, so good kick. 2 goals.
It's 2 goals apiece this quarter. Moving North have been inaccurate when they've head down into the forward line. Had plenty of opportunities.
And they're winning the centre clearances too, Jack, aren't they? They're winning a few out there now, getting the down forward. So
big Isaac starting to
he is.
Starting to dominate.
He's starting to have some impact. So 5 goals, 10, 40, moving North, 3 goals, 2, 20.
20-minute mark.
20-minute mark, quarter 2. Who's that? They've got up against the ruck. They're going to have big Richardson against the Bass. The Bass gets it down to Hudson Kerr. The beast Nash gets caught. And he goes, no, the umpire says no opportunity. So he goes, I'll have it. And, they were straight on to Nash when as soon as he had that ball, weren't they?
It was a good tap out by Richardson actually. And,
it was.
And Black should have just whacked it on the boot, but handball backwards.
So Bass against Richardson. Bass gets a tap out and finds his teammate Marks, but Marks just gets caught up in the ball. So she's pretty fierce when they get that ball, boys, isn't it? Inside.
It's tough in the kitchen.
It is.
Hot in the kitchen.
It's good though. Good game of footy going on.
Yep.
Umpire's going to bowl it up for the 3rd time in 30 seconds. And up go the ruckman again. It's going to be Richardson against Bass again. They're pushing and shoving, and no one really gets a tap out. Kerr just grabs it and tries to back out, but goes no end. Tackled up again. Let's ball it up again. 4th time. Someone's going to clear it eventually, surely. Up you go, a bit of a tussle, and Bass just throws him down and gets a tap out to his teammate, and he finds Marks. Does he get caught? No, he shoves one tackle, goes in the forward line, and there's the big fella. Is that Coots? Number 16,
yeah,
it is.
Coots
Finds his teammate. Is that another goal to more or less? Yes, they have. Geez, a big strong body there. So that was Granger again, wasn't it?
2 goals in a minute.
2 goals. So Morwell East are certainly coming back at Mirboo North. Mirboo North won't be happy with this. They're giving up quite a handy lead. Their forward structure, our backs got caught behind, and they really caught us on the hop there, Mirboo North. So straight out of the centre, some big bodies there. Cooch come crashing through, let them know, and Granger's finished it off nicely. So
started from Isaac again. He 3rd, 4th ball up, and he finally got his hands to it and handballed it across.
He threw Richo out of the way, and so they put Brooks back in the ruck now.
Richo coming off for a rest.
Yep. So 5 goals, 10, 40, Mirboo North. 4 goals, 2, 26, Morwell East. 22-minute mark gone. Quarter 2, Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Lovely afternoon for football. Witnessing a cracking game for the past players' reunion day at Mirboo North today.
14-point lead to Mirboo North as Brooks goes up into the ruck. Isaac again wins the tap. Carlson comes running through. Nash is in there. Isaac gets the ball again. Handballs out to Suter. Another good clearance there by Morley. Another deep entry into the forward 50. Big Wilkins spoils the ball, which was good play. Morley.
Cooch let him.
Cooch back on it. Kicks the ball up to about 40 metres out. Carlson's underneath it. Brooks.
Cut.
And it is a free kick to Morwell East. Carlson, no, it's the number 12, is it that?
Yeah, number 12 is Cart.
Yeah, Cart. I didn't see what the free kick was for.
Nor did I. I'll have a look in a minute. What have the replay going here? Jack on the Treslek Engineering replay.
You see what? Let us know what it's for. It must have been holding without the ball, but anyway, he's having a shot for goal. Ball's on the way. Looks like it's up to the top side. He's missed that one, but it's a mark.
No, it's pushed him out. Yep.
Free
pushed
kick.
Chiller out.
Yep. Well, that's a let off there. Moving off. Another goal there would have been 4 in about 2-3 minutes.
They're under siege moving north at the moment. More or less really applying the pressure, and Chiller goes round and
steadier.
Yep, played thirds today, Chiller too, I might add.
Right.
And he goes, they come crashing through looking for Nash, and Nash looks at Kerr. Kerr comes crashing through, 1 tackle, 2 tackle, takes a bounce. Where's he going? No one really to go to. Peter, the race is on here between Peter and Hutchison, and it goes over the boundary, and the umpire will throw it in. So Mirboo North will be looking for a late goal here. Morwell East will be saying we're not going to let you get one because they've certainly, it's been the quarter of Morwell East to date. Must be only a couple of minutes to go in this quarter, I'd imagine.
Last 5 or 6 minutes, more or less have owned it.
Abbas has really stepped up and he's made the big difference in there.
He has a couple of clearances, makes a big difference.
And up they go again, Abbas against Brooks. But Abbas gets a tap down again. He finds Diet. Diet's had a good quarter. Chiller that gets booted off the ground there by number 9 for Morwell East. And here comes the cavalry, and number 5 goes in the Marks. They come crashing through, but Big Benny Campbell 1, 2, Mahoney, Nash. Nash just thumps on the left foot, and there's Abbas. Look at him. He goes up and it's 2 on 1. And Paneri comes through. Mahoney comes crashing through. Was it 2? I know.
Great play, Paneri.
He goes the captain. He's out. The big left footer. Turner thumps it in. Centre forward. Yep, goes Big Smith. No one gets a mark, and young Woodall finds, and there goes Woodall to. Is that Diet? No, that's Peter.
Peter
takes a shot at goal on the left foot. Is it a goal?
It's looking like a goal.
He's drifted right at the end.
Geez, so all the young guns there from Mirboo North.
Paneri. Terrific play. Beat Abbas and beat the other Morwell East fella there. It was a great contest there.
Turner here to start off when he just streamed out of the wing down to the forward line.
I see Macca holding up one finger. Looks like 1 minute to go in this second quarter.
I must say, I was talking about Damo Turner, the captain, the other week, and saying, he's been getting caught a few times, which I've never seen. He's shown none of that today.
No, he's going well.
He's on fire with his pace, that's for sure. So
and taking the game on.
Yeah. So Morwell's going to kick it out, Jack.
Yeah. A little short kick finds his teammate there. Francis Smith on the mark. Goes up the top side. We've got. No, it's not going to be a free kick to Blair. Yeah, free kick there by the little fella. Swings on the left foot. Tardy Kerr.
They're going to have to hurry up and get it in there.
Yeah, not going to be long to go. 30 seconds probably.
They need another mark now.
Needs a big, long kick and a mark.
Nash is giving him heaps. He's giving him, come on, just kick it to me. I'm looking.
Into the Isaac, the bus direction. And Isaac gets his first hands to it. But then you got Nash down here. It's going to go out of bounds. Well, I think Mirboo North might be playing for the siren by the look of things.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen now is to give it a late one up just going into the half. We need to, just settle it down.
So the boundary throw in. Abbas in front. Brooks over the top with a big tap out back towards the boundary. It looks like it's going to go out again. No, it's been kept in. It's going to be a ball up right on the boundary line.
Can't be long to go, Jack.
No, only a matter of seconds.
Fair to say it's been more or less this quarter.
Yeah, so that's the last 10 minutes. Is more or less have owned it. Mirboo North owned the first half and couldn't convert, and then more or less owned the second half and were kicking goals.
And certainly Abbas has been the difference this quarter.
Brooks and Abbas. Brooks gets a fist. Nash in there, going to go out of bounds, and another throw in. 70 metres around from the Mirboo North goal. 15-point lead to Mirboo North, with only seconds to go in the second quarter. Abbas gets the ball. Yep.
Ooh, was that deliberate? No.
Oh, what's he paid? Throw in. A little bit of pushing and shove going on.
Morwell has certainly been more physical this quarter.
They have, yeah. Mirboo North have been going the ball, but so the rucks go out at Abbas again. Clear tap to Suter. Evans, Campbell underneath it. Reece Kratzat's there.
Is he going in? Lamborn.
They might have been in the back. No. It's a long minute. When Macca was holding his finger up, we'll wait for the siren to go.
That's it now, he's saying. Must be any second, it sounds like.
Rucks go at it again. Abbas, another tap. Carlson's going to get the ball. This could be another inside 50. It's a throw.
Oh, he's giving him?
Nah.
Oh, jeez, I thought he was going to give him 50 there. No. He's not going to have a kick. So, half-time here at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. 5 goals, 11-41. Mirboo North played Morwell East 4-2-26. Certainly the quarter of Morwell East, they converted a few goals. Abbas really dominated the ruck and I think made the difference. They had a few centre clearances. And I think we're going to be set for a good second half, boys.
It's going to be a terrific second half, yeah. I mean, Morwell East, when you look at it, it was only 3 goals to 2, and we kicked a few points, so they probably outscored us by a couple of points that quarter. So
Bicco, a lot better by Morwell East, you say? What did they change?
Yeah, they certainly changed the way they're playing Ange, running like handball and running on at all costs. I think they must have got a fair revving at quarter time because they come out, the heat was on from the middle and the the engine room got them going. Izzy a bus, and
He did.
they
He did.
really
And
lifted.
And look, they were much more physical, nothing untoward, I didn't think, other than a little bit down there, but you're going to get that in footy. But they certainly blame big tackles, a couple of high tackles, all right. But sort of, I think it changed the game a little bit. They let them know that moving north that they're around. And if you've got the ball, you're going to get tackled, and you're going to get tackled pretty hard.
But some of our better bits of play there by our young fellas, Woodall and Chiller and the young fellas. So they're
Lockie
Lockie Diet. They're not taking a backward step. They know more or less to come, and they know what they're about. But they're going in hard, so it's going to be a terrific second half.
It's going to be good second half. No, I think we might go down. I think there's going to be something going on down there at half time with all the past players, guys. So I think we might duck down there. We're going to probably get the past coach Troy Hamilton up here. I think maybe just before
we come back.
we come back, and just have a quick chat to Troy.
I think that's the go.
And we'll be back in about 15 minutes, guys. Hope you're enjoying the call.
Righto, back for the start of the third quarter at the Walter Tuck Reserve. Moving North got a bit of a lead. Big third quarter coming up as Turner goes in over the ball. Nash gets the ball from the back of the pack, spears the ball into Rory Peter, who just drops the mark. Back to Nash. Nash on the right foot up to young Harry Mahoney. He's got about 5 metres up his sleeve. Big Isaac comes at him and he's got him. Great tackle by Isaac, but he's good enough to get rid of the ball.
Damo, and he's got a free kick.
That is high. Good effort there by Isaac, good effort there by young Harry, and Damo Turner's drawn a free kick with a high tackle. So he's 65 metres out from goal, kicking the ball to the soccer oval end. Small, short pass there to Nash. He got his name all over that and he takes a good little mark. 35 metres out from goal, about 5 metres inside from the boundary line.
Welcome, Ange.
It's always the way, you get down there at half time and you get talking. And then all of a sudden you look up and the game's about to start. We had to do the same run back up. But Nash has got the ball. This would be a great start by Mirboo North. If he can thread this, I think he might have kicked a couple of points. He's missed a couple, I think, that he would normally get. So he's due to kick one. Kicking down the bottom side there, aiming for that left-hand goal post. In he comes. Ball's on the way and it looks good off the boot. And he's missed. Just floated across for a behind. So
it's on a bit late, guys.
First score back for Mirboo North.
I was down there talking to the legend in Dave Baldy.
Oh, Nudes.
Nudes, he was down there, so I hadn't seen him for a while, and then all of a sudden I saw the game was back on again.
3 or 4 time best and fairest winner, Dave Baldy.
He was.
A terrific player. So Morwell East. What's going on? There's a whistle on that, play on. Big long kick. Big Ronnie. Rondog. Oh, he's just come off his chest. Carlson's back on the ball there, stacks on, and it looks like it's going to be a ball up. But I think Ronnie was a bit surprised that it actually come to him there. He thought someone was going to get a touch on it and it's bounced off his chest, but he got into a good position.
What do we call that? Rubber chest.
Rubber chest, yeah. So Isaac in the ruck against Brooks. Whistle's gone, something's happened, and it's a free kick too.
Yeah, it's...
Hello, they're in the Nash.
Yeah,
they're putting a bit of pressure on him.
They've been throwing punches in the pack there. The ball was nowhere near him.
Yeah, righto.
And Matt Coots comes running up.
More least of old. Harry Mahoney, good effort there to spoil. And he might nearly get a free nut. Huddy Kerr picks the ball up.
He's got nowhere to go to.
Dodges, weaves, looks down the bottom.
Woodle.
Good play there by the Morwell East defender there. Taps the ball back to his advantage and then kicks it into the middle of the ground.
That was Evans.
Where he finds his teammate there.
That's number 5, that's Mark.
That's Marks. So he kicks the ball just inside the forward 50 and it's a good kick too. Favours Coots, is it, I think? Swings the ball back and...
Well, number 2 there is Francis.
Francis gets the ball in. Damo Turner's there to mop up.
Nice pick up.
And kicks the ball back down on the wing to Max Woodle.
Max Woodle.
Now he's got the pace, he's got the bounce, yes.
He's off, and look at him, and he delivers nicely into the forward line. He's going to
Campbell in front.
No, well
Someone
done.
needed to be front square.
Oh, great tackle.
Good second effort.
And now to Smith.
That's a third tackle, and it goes down. Woodle
picks the ball up.
And that's a point. He shanks it to the right.
Good
player.
There's a bit of feeling here, boys.
There is.
It's cranked right up here.
That's right. We're going in the centre there too now with Hudson Kerr. But the big beast comes through, so that's all right. Good solid game of footy going on, so nothing wrong with a bit of feel, guys.
No, you expect that from Morwell. You wouldn't expect anything else.
Off they go, and the kick out comes in for the fullback, kicks it out to the top side, looking for his teammate in number 18, Hutchison, and takes a solid mark here on the top wing. Campbell on the mark, Hutchison goes back, takes his time, looking for someone to kick to, and unloads up towards the Mirboo North coach's box, and the pack flies. That's a good mark there, taken by number 3, Granger, and he gets it. Mahoney gives him a little push for his trouble, and he automatically plays on, goes inboard, but he does well. And there, number 5, and Marks gets a hurried kick down, looking for his teammate, and the ball goes through. Number 9 comes through. We haven't got his number, but goes into the forward line. Is that Coots? Coots has been spoiled there. Good job there done by, was that Shannon Kennedy? But Coots, he recovers, and only to find Peters takes a good mark there.
Top of the goal square.
On the top of the goal square on his own. Goes down to the bottom looking for Kerr. And Kerr takes an easy mark. No one with him. Plays on. He plays on now. He has played on. He's been caught. And I think that might be dropping the ball. Not too sure what he was doing there. Very unusual of Hudson Kerr. But number 4, Carlton, was right onto him, and he made him drop it. So he looks for his teammate and Suter. Suter takes an easy mark. Looking to go inboard. He'll be looking for Coots. There's a big... Coots overruns him, but well done there, number 32. That's Cunningham again. So it was a nice kick last time down this end. So... it overran Coots, and Cunningham read it well. He's about 35 out, and if the kick looks anything like the one he did down at the eastern end, you'll be backing him in to get this as a goal. So, pretty even start. Cunningham taking his time, kicking from 30 on an angle. In he comes, and he sends the goal. The goal umpire has moved to the right, and it's a behind to the bottom side, so Mirboo North will take the kick in Jacob Blair.
I let off 5-13 to 4 goals 2. Talking to a few of the Morwell boys there at the half-time break.
That's Lambourne.
Certainly consider Mirboo North being the better side in the first half, and should have been more in front. But
Lambourne to Blair, Blair to Lambourne, back to Blair. No, he doesn't. Is that Lambourne? Yep, and he just kicks it down to the bottom side wing. Abbas, well, that's a nice mark. He hustled out Brooks nicely. Abbas had a great game to date. He goes with not a very good kick. Finds his teammate, and off they go. And there's was that a little nudge? No, it wasn't. And number 11 Barnes gets tackled, and that's young Taj Wilkins. Oh, it's a hot potato down there. Can't quite see all the numbers, but it looks like there's a boundary going. That's a kick in towards the goal there. What's the umpire said there?
Out of bounds, throw in.
Out of bounds. One of us three's got a good set of odds, and it seems to be the youngest one of us all.
That's it, not me.
Lovely afternoon. The ball up. And up go the ruckman, bit of tussling and grabbing. What's going on here? Moving on. So free kick's going to Big Brooksy, and Brooks is looking for someone to kick to, and he crosses it up the top. And is that Chiller? Yep.
No, Big Shannon.
Shannon Kennedy. He's going to switch it back again. Let's play kick to kick, one side to the other, cross goals both times.
That's Craddy.
Yep, Kratzat. Lovely looking kick, and he's looking. Good contestant, but no one's got the mark, and that was Francis. Francis brings it to ground, and his teammate, and that's what's happened is he tripped him. No, he says, umpire says, let's ball it in. Even quarter so far, Jack?
Yeah, even quarter so far, yeah. Been a couple of chances gone begging from both sides, so whoever takes, someone can pile on 2 or 3 quick goals in a row, the game could be theirs. Big men go up, Isaac again, because he's hard to beat in the rut. Kick off, a quick kick by Morwell, and he's found Coots. Yeah, that's a...
Jeez, he's been terrific, the Bass.
Yeah.
Class, he's just done all the smart things. Hard opponent, he must be 6'7" or 6'8".
He's a big unit.
Yeah, but moves well for a big lad, and just a footy brain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ball to ground.
Coots is trying to improve the angle there, but the umpire's onto him. Just get back over your mark, son. So big kick here in the context of the game. Goal here will give the Morwell the early ascendancy.
Big Richo, is he limping coming off? Don't know.
Kicked on the way, and it's through. It's going to be straight through the middle.
It's a good looking kick. Great looking kick there by Coots. So
kicked a lot of goals over the years. He's been a known goal kicker for quite a few clubs. So he knows how to kick them, that's for sure.
So 5 goals, 13, 43 Mirboo North plays Morwell East. 5 goals, 13, 43 plays 5 goals, 3, 33. 8 minutes gone. third quarter. So really, it's still an even tussle, but Morwell East, Abass just the difference here once again. You know, he got the tap down, even to himself, just moved it forward. Knew where Cooch was going to be, just kicked in the general direction, and they get a goal out of it.
Well, they kicked the last 4 goals more or less. It was 1 goal, 1, I think.
And they've kept Nash, you know, for the standards that he plays normally, they've kept him reasonable, not quiet, but they've kept him below what he normally does, and they've double teamed him, and they've sort of hasn't had the impact that he normally has to date.
Nash back in the middle.
Yep. Up they go. Abass against him. Abass gets a tap out again, and that's number 3. And Granger goes. What's something?
There's a whistle.
Yep. And there's a whistle, and
another free kick.
Yep, it is gone against Mirboo North to Francis. So Granger takes a kick. Sorry, Granger goes into centre forward. No one's home, and Tyson comes running through, and it goes to the Morwell East, and it's going to be another hurry kick. Coots comes out. The ball hits the deck, Mirboo North, bring it forward. Lambourne, was he caught? No, and he rushes it over, and I think he'd be pretty happy with that. Coots is asking for the free kick.
Good play.
But good play there by Lambourne in the contest. I think he was happy to take it over because he had about 3 trotting on him, including the big Coots.
He held the contest and kept running through and got the ball. Good result for Mirboo North. They reset.
But it's about 20 metres out from the Morwell East goal. Top side, they're on the right side. Up go the ruckman, but hang on, he goes throwing again, so there's no ruckman that actually went up.
Too shallow of a throw in.
So it looks like Barnes is going to go in the ruck, not Abass. Where is Abass? Is he just kicked behind? Or
It's a kick behind. They've got 3 set up here perfectly straight across the ground.
Yep.
So if Mirboo North have a rush kick out.
There's some big lads here. So he goes Tyson. Tyson gets the ball, but is that going to be out the full? And I think it is.
Yep, Ronnie Stevens.
Tyson Stevens kicks it. So good looking outfit for Morwell East at the moment, and they go, and he gets in board, but no, number 9, he goes looking for his mate. We haven't got his number, I apologise for, but he thumps it in looking for one of his teammates, and that's a good mark there taken by Shannon. That's Chiller. Chiller goes inboard.
And they're out here.
They're out, and here goes Blair. Blair goes back. You want to keep moving? No, he holds it up, and it gives Morwell East time to go back. He comes inboard and finds Nash. Nash takes an easy mark unattended. Nash automatically goes back. He goes to the bottom. Is that Chiller who's looking for down there? It looks
Reece
like
Cratty.
Cratty, is it Kratzat? They're all the same here. I know the
Down
blue
Benny
helmet.
Campbell.
That's Campbell. The blue helmet goes in and keeps moving forward. That's Hudson Kerr. Can he take off? He does. Little chip kick across to his teammate. Doherty. Young Lockie Doherty had a good game in his first debut game. Doherty's young Lockie's going to move it on. His big Lamb goes, come on mate, I'm coming through. And here he comes. The contest is up. Nash flies. Well done there by number 18. Hutchinson takes it over. And good build up for Mirboo North, but then they ran down the numbers Morwell East.
Yeah, good play, yeah. Kick mark. There was not a lot of flow, but it was, they possessed the ball and worked the ball down there quite well.
So Abass is going to go up against Lewis. A lot of experience against not so much these days. Abass gets a big thump down the bottom. Campbell. Towns.
It's going to come back in.
Chiller goes inboard.
Smith.
Big Smith gets a hands. Does anyone go, geez, they're going in hard there. Damo Turner gets caught. Smith. He gets his kick. He had one on him. He still gets his kick, but it looks like it's gone out of bounds in the full jack.
Yeah, he had the Morwell East bloke wearing him like a cape, and he was strong enough to still get his kick away. So good work. But the ball goes back down to the bottom side where they set themselves. The ball spills free. Another good tackle there by Mirboo North. Ball gets picked up. I think it's Lambourne in there. Another ball up. Damo Turner coming off the ground. Well earned rest, and Bo Peters coming on.
G'day to Pie there down at the commercial of the Mirboo North Hotel down there. I know they watch every home game that we stream. You'll be down there with no doubt a few patrons having a look on. G'day guys.
Well, boys, yep. Nash in there, and the whistle's gone. It's another free kick.
Nashy's got done twice now for retaliation.
Towns, yeah. They've rattled him a little bit maybe. Yeah. They've given him plenty of attention, Bick.
Oh yeah.
Ball goes in. Ron Stevens spoils, and then picks up his own crumb and kicks the ball in, only to be chopped off by Morwell East.
Francis
handballs down wide, back to Francis again.
Pickett, Francis,
and a good mark
better
there. Yeah, that was good ball movement there. Looks up, kicks the ball. Another good mark there by Morwell East.
We haven't got that number 9.
Number 9, I'm sure who he is.
Is that a good quarter though?
Righto, kicks the ball right up the top of the forward 50. Stevens goes up. Ronnie, that was a good effort. Brooks head over the ball.
That's again, look at him.
Yeah. Ball gets kicked back.
Play. Yep, Towns
again.
Thumps
gets
in.
Hacked in. Abass is there. Ball gets kicked down the bottom side by desperate defence there by Mirboo North. Ball spills out. There's another Peters puts his head over the ball, doesn't quite get the free kick, comes through.
Here he is.
That
Lamb
Lamb kicks the ball up the top side. Now the race is on. Rory Peter, he's got a clean set of eels. He's going to, it's a 50-50. Good speed there by the Morwell East player there.
Oh, he done well there, number 29.
His feet, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, that was
really
terrific play.
good. That's a nice kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to give him 50.
Oh,
yeah.
he's gonna
Young
give him
Harry
50.
Mahoney, yep, don't argue. It was 50, you push him off the mark. So
Yeah, Joe Francis takes the...
probably a bit of an experience there from the young fella.
yeah, didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do it.
He's an aggressive type player, Harry, anyway. He likes to go in hard, always did as a junior, but that was a pretty blatant free kick, and 50 metres can cost you now, and they're going to thump it left, right into the forward.
Right
You're
on top
looking
of the
for
square.
Coots, and it's going to be a good marker. There's a go up, and yep, he kicks it, and that's a goal. So that's what can happen. That was Coots. Coots, that's what happened from a 50 metre. I know young Harry will be disappointed himself, and now they've let him right back in this game. Well, they're taking the lead. Is that scoreboard right, Jack?
Yeah, it's 4 points moving on, still in front, but
So
yeah.
5-13-43 to 6 goals, 3-39. When was Moving North's last goal?
That just showed the importance of keeping your feet, Ange.
Yeah,
Once
it was.
Rory Peter fell to the ground, he was just no contest.
No, they were clean.
I think we kicked the first goal of the second quarter, and then Morwell East have kicked the last 5 since then. 3 in that second quarter and 2 to start this halfway through the third quarter, and Moving North hang on to a 4-point lead. Harry Mahoney coming off, have a little bit of a think about the 50. He won't be very happy, but the boys will get around him. I just need to tell him, just don't worry about it, get on with the next one.
That's all right, mate. You learn. He's a kid. He's learning the footy, and like I said, he's an aggressive type player. You don't want to give away 50s, but that's just footy sometimes, and you'll learn from that going forward.
Young Max Woodall coming off, Rory coming on, and Rory Peter coming off.
So Morwell East, as we said, it was early days. In the first half, they've certainly shown what they can do, and Coots has had a big impact down there. Like I said, they're giving Nash plenty of attention. Abbas has been really good in the ruck, and probably been the difference. So Moving North are going to have to pick up the tempo, try and win it out of the centre to get it back down to their forward line. If they're going to
Nash
try
down,
to fight back.
Nashy back down at full forward, Campbell back in the
Benny
middle.
yeah.
So Richo goes up. Isaac again taps the ball, gives
Yep,
first, and
well,
that's going to be
too
high.
Here it is. Yep. That's Francis again, is it?
I think it's Francis there.
He's been good, hasn't he?
Definitely too high, that.
No, number
Suda.
7, Suda. Yeah,
Suda.
Suda, sorry.
And
There's
Don
another-
Paneri's moved on the mark, and it's a 50-metre
So it's
penalty.
250 metres. You're probably going to see 2 goals come out of this, and Moving North are going to be absolutely disappointed in this.
They'll be filthy. Yeah.
It's a fair 50. He's given him 2.
Jeez.
I remember doing school sports. That was about 100, Jack.
Yeah, that's a long 50 from the centre circle.
Yep. That's yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. And Suda is going to have a kick from 45 out directly in front.
Yeah, so
If
maybe
he gets this, they'll be taking the lead for the first time in the game. And he's kicking. It's a good-looking kick. And he's kicked it. The umpire does not move.
they're in doubt.
And he kicks a goal. So once again, 2 50-metre penalties, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Disappointing for Moving North. So Morley certainly let Moving North know about it. So 5 goals, 13-43 Moving North. Play 7 goals, 3-45. 17 minutes gone, third quarter, and it feels like Morwell East sort of gained some momentum now, guys.
They have the momentum 100%. Yep, 6 goals in a row now.
And I must say it's all starting from Abbas in the centre.
Yeah, Bass and Devon Suda
Yep.
dominated the last quarter. Just that hardness in and around the guts there. Moving North just moved Nashi to centre half back, so that's a big move.
It is. They need a response.
Probably desperate times. Pick out, that's what they're doing there. They want, they want to stop the flow.
Right, so what have Moving North got? They've had 2 really good games and a quarter and a half of good footy. They need to respond now. So Richo up in the ruck. Halves the contest. Benny Campbell gets his hands on it first. And it's another ball up.
Suda's been good in the centre here.
He has.
Morwell East, tough.
Richo gets the tap out there to Don Paneri. Good work there. Kicks the ball into the forward 50. Brooks loses the contest there, but it gets cleared back down to the bottom side of the ground there by Morwell East, who handball across, and now it's going to come down the bottom wing. I'm not sure who that was, but a good second effort there by the Morwell East player, and good effort there by
Don Paneri
to force the ball out of bounds when Morwell East had the run on.
So Suda coming off from Morwell East for a rest, it looks like. Carlson going on. He's been in everything, Suda.
Yeah, he's been a tricky player. Big Isaac flips the ball over the back. Paneri's there. Handballs across to Campbell. Campbell takes a bounce, runs through 90 metres out from goal, kicks the ball just into the forward 50, looking for Brooks, and ball's dribbled out of bounds on Mirboo North's half forward flank on the bottom side of the ground. Mirboo North kicking to the soccer oval end, desperately needing a goal, break the flow of 6 unanswered goals from Morwell East.
Now Nash is at full forward.
Bo Peters in the forward line as well.
And young Wood also. A bit of pace and a bit of experience. See what this brings here. So that boy's going to ball it in. Roll it in. He's still waiting for the ball.
Here it comes.
There's going to be a bass against, is it Brooks? So Bass goes up against Brooks. Bass gets a tap out yet again, and off they go. Looks like Hudson Kerr, Paneri, Brooks. Brooks shanks it up, and he's looking for Woodall. Is Woodall going to take a mark? Well spelt there by the Morwell East player, and they come in and he just kicks it off the ground. Good, well played there by Morwell East. And number 12 in Cart. Cart gets tackled there, but he gets it out. Number 2 finds Francis. Francis goes back, and there's a Bass again and kicks it forward. And Morwell East going in pretty hard here. They're moving off the hop, and there goes Nash, big body in, Hudson Kerr, but he's been tackled. And it's ferocious in here. Morwell East pressure is, they've really stepped it up. That's a good mark, number 26. And that's Pickett. Pickett takes in front of Wiltner, 32, goes down the bottom. And that was Cunningham, and he finds his teammate. They come in board looking for...
Is it Coots?
Number 11, is it?
No.
It's 11, yeah.
Barnes.
Barnes.
So, geez, their pressure has really stepped up now in the last 5 minutes. Moving North get the ball. They've got men around tackling, bringing them to the ground. They're under siege, Moving North at the moment. Morwell East.
Probably Morwell's best passage there, I reckon. They spoiled the ball. It looked like it was going to be a mark to Moving North, but yeah, having a shot at goal.
It's pretty happy.
It's another one.
That's a nice looking kick there. Who was that? Kicked that, Jack?
Not sure.
Did we say Cunningham, was it? Was it? I'm not too sure. Couldn't see the number there. But beautiful looking kick.
What number?
11.
11, Barnes.
Barnes. So they've made the best of it. 8 goals, 3, 51.
7 in a row.
Yep, 5 goals, 13, 43. So they've certainly turned on the Jets. Morwell East, Moving North, probably need to have a good look about what they're going to change. But Moving North don't look as sharp right now as Morwell East, do they? Look a bit tired.
Yeah, maybe some fitness on. I'm not too sure how many they've been getting at training. It's always been a bit of an issue this year, but you know, I'm sure more or less are sort of getting their 30 or 35 on the track. And
so Wilkins off, Smith on, Mirboo North, back in the centre.
Campbell in the middle. Isaac again hits the ball, but only to find Hudson Kerr, who kicks the ball up into the forward 50. Paddy Lewis in front, turns around, and a handball through to Brooks. Brooks on the left foot, kicks to Nash. Oh, he was well spoilt there by Morwell East.
Look at him.
And now over the top to Maxie Woodall. Maxie Woodall kicks a goal.
There you go. That's what Nash can do, right? The mark was spoilt.
Yep. Brings second effort.
Brings it to ground. The big body.
Just ripped the ball out of his hands, didn't he?
He did. He pretty much says, give it here.
Give it here, I'm having it.
And you give it to Max Woodall, like we've said earlier, anywhere around the goals, and give him 2 or 3 metres head start.
You ain't catching him.
He ain't catching him, and he's probably going to kick a goal like he has done there.
That's two for Maxie.
2 for Max, and good play again by Paddy Lewis. He was down there, presented well.
He did.
Ran onto the ball, clean hands, handball over the top, and he had a good hand in that, so well done, Paddy.
Abbas?
This is a big centre clearance here. The boys have really got to be on it.
Good reply, 22.5 minutes gone.
Up they go. Abbas once again gets us down to his teammate. Beautiful ruck to Granger. Granger tries to go through. Mahoney comes through. And
Damo
Turner gets the kick down. The race is on. You got Big Benny Campbell with the blue helmet. Left foot kick and looking for his teammate Brooks, and you overran it.
Ran under it.
And well done there by Towns. Towns brings it, gets the handball inboard.
That was good.
That was well done. It was Lockie Diet, but he gives it to Morwell East. And they get the hands out, so they're moving it well. Morwell East, it's the thumping kick to clear it right out of the forward line. That's a good mark taken there by number 3 in Granger. He's had a good quarter 2. Granger comes inboard towards the centre half forward line, probably looking for Coots. Well sport there by Peter. And through comes number 11, Barnes. He's been in everything this afternoon as well. Barnes looking for Coots, and Coots takes a good strong mark on Shannon Kennedy. A bit of experience showing there in the big fella. And Shannon got left a little bit behind there, and Coots is going to be kicking from 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front of 35, I'd say, directly in front. So they moved it well there, Jack.
Yeah, clean. They were just clean there. Good hands, ran the ball well, and landed in Coots' lap.
Yeah, it was a pretty important one-on-one, that one with Blairy down the bottom.
Was.
Just needed to kill that.
So Suter coming back on for Morwell East. And who's that coming off? Number 3 is Granger. Both been in it, had a great third quarter between the two of them.
Yeah,
So Coots, 35 out, pretty much directly in front. He lines up, and I think the goal umpire does not even move. That's a beautiful looking kick.
Doesn't miss him.
And Coots sails through another one. So 9 goals, 357 Morwell East, 6 goals, 13:49. Moving North, 24 minutes gone. Third quarter.
It's been all Morwell East this quarter. It's been, what is it? 5 goals to 2, I think.
Yeah. So Moving North went on to kick 1 goal.
5 goals to 1, sorry. 5 goals to 1, so
to
big
1,
quarter.
so.
Yeah.
So Moving North are still there though. They're not going away, but they've certainly got to change something if they want to win. They sort of seem to be in a big defence mode at the moment, and don't seem to be as structured or powerful when they're going up forward. We'll see what happens. Up they go. Brooks got that tap out, but here he's again. That Mahoney gets their hands out and finds Campbell. Campbell gets a hurried kick, and they're going to go for it. Number 38. We haven't got that number either, but here comes Chiller. Chiller gets pushed off it, and they go through, get their hands across to a Bass. A Bass goes down the bottom to number 57 in Day. Day gets tackled, and that's who's that? Is that Blair?
I think.
Blair going in hard, and he's 1 go, 2 goes, but gets wrapped up down on the centre, bottom side, on the wing. Pretty much on the true wing.
True wing, yep.
Bottom side.
Bottom side of the ground. The Bass, this is where they've been strong, more these clearing these clearances around the ground. Gets to stacks on the mill again by the look of it. It's going to be another ball up.
This is where Morwell have been good, when it's been 2 or 3 ball ups and then they just sort of get a structure and they've cleared it most times. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if they do the same again.
And they're set up well too across our forward line, so we need to lower the eyes if we get it, but which we don't. More or less kick the ball down on the bottom side. It's a 2-on-1 in front's Lamborn. No, ball gets spilled clear down on the bottom side where it's hard to see, and it's out of bounds. Down in front of the little Leah roofing sign. Ball gets right back in. Brooks and the bus. No one wins that, but more or less get first hands on the ball. Looks like Harry Mahoney's picked it up. Harry's picked it up and he's fired off a left footer.
Who's that? Looking for Lockie Dye. Takes a good mark.
Great grab there, right down the bottom side. So Lockie, he's had a bit of his first game. He'd be happy with that. Handballs across to Reece Kratzak, who lowers the eyes and missed the target there.
There we go. They've got a chance here. Kerr. No,
there's a
free kick. Who's that going to? It's going to Morwell East.
No, it's going to Moving North.
Is it Morwell East? Oh, Moving North. Who's that?
Yeah.
It's Huddy.
Huddy
Kerr. He's different in these jumpers, guys, aren't they?
It's hard to see. They just look different.
Yeah, he's doing. Huddy Kerr goes left foot looking for somebody there, but finds no one. That's Chiller. Chiller gets her hands out to big Paddy Lewis. He shanks it. Is he getting a free kick or is it going out of bounds?
I'd say it's out of bounds just as he kicked it.
Yep. Paddy's had a good day.
Yeah, look, he's done a bit. Yeah, more already has.
He's getting better and better as the weeks go by as a senior footballer. It's been good to see.
Yeah.
It's a different level from the second, so he's come up a grade and he's done real well.
It must be nearly 3/4 time. 27 minutes gone. 49 plays 57 Morwell East way. They ball it up and he goes, and that was big. Paddy got the tap down.
Blair.
And there's Blair
on the left foot.
Thumps it in. Is he looking for anyone? He did, but he didn't. That's out in the full. So I dare say that Morwell East will just clear it down to the bottom there and just hold it locked in. They don't want to see Mirboo North get a goal this late in the third quarter when they've dominated pretty much the third quarter.
Might nearly go 30 minutes. There's been a few goals kicked and a fair few stoppages, so still might be a couple of minutes to go.
That's number 25, Siddle kicks it in. That's a nice looking kick, and the pack's going to fly down the bottom. There's about 20 of them down there. Can't see who's who, but there's the ball. Where is it? There it is. They more or less clear it in the hurried kick. Is that out in the full?
Looks like it might be out in the full. Yep.
Mirboo North Plumbing sign on the full.
Right next to it.
And
Dougie Robbins.
And that's Blair.
Is that Blair? Looks like Damo Turner.
Damo Turner, sorry. Damo Turner, the long sleeves.
Same hairdo, but
got the bad lie.
There he is again. Overruns at Morwell. He's got numbers everywhere down the bottom down there. It was at 6, so they had number 6 there. They had Towns and they had 38. We haven't got the number there, but had numbers around the ball. So it goes out. Moving North need to get a late goal here.
Yeah, their work rate's improved more. Like you said, numbers at the ball. And when Moving North had numbers at the ball, the first quarter and a bit. It's more or less now.
Suda down on the bottom.
Nice kick, he's been that impactful, yeah.
Looks like it's on the full. Lands on top of the bottom of that white car down there. Maybe a little dent.
Switching it up to top.
That's Peters.
Bo Peters.
Peters across to Blair. Blair, right foot, and he finds, no, he doesn't find Nash. Nash, he's going to have a shot at it, Nash. He has a shot at goal. It's a goal. Nash, he gets it. Peters picked it up to Nash, so Mirboo North be happy with that. They get a late one. It's well needed goal by Mirboo North, so Peters done well there. Bicko, he come up and he kept it alive. Nash goes to ground. Well, he didn't go to ground, and the ball went to ground. He picks it up and does what he does.
He doesn't miss them, does he?
He doesn't, mate. So 7 goals, 13, 55. Mirboo North plays 9 goals, 3, 57. 29 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter, which has predominantly been Morwell East's quarter. But Mirboo North, they won't go away. So we're set up for a great last quarter here, which was pretty much the third quarter's Morwell East. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to go the distance, and whoever's going to get it out of the centre. I think it's going to be crucial in this last quarter. So the ball goes up, and a Bass that gets that was Brooks. Brooks gives it to Kerr. Kerr gets taken to ground after, but the umpire says play on. It's a race to the top wing, and Morwell East have it, and he gets it out. And is that a tackle? He's been tackled, and I think the umpire's going to say, I'll have it. Oh, that was close. And we get a bit of feeling going on here. And there's a lot of feeling going on here. The young Lockie Dyke and Bo Peter. So careful what you wish for, young fellas. So here they go. Abbas up against Brooks. And up they go. And once again, Abbas. No, did he hold him? No, he didn't. No one really got him. He's on the bottom of the pack, Abbas. And there's the quarter gone. 3-quarter time. Mirboo North, 7 goals, 3, 55, plays 9 goals, 3, 57, Morwell East. Bicko, what do you think about the third quarter?
Yeah, it was just the engine room of Morwell East really cranked up in that quarter, and Izzy was a star that quarter, and they've just put that much heat into put our defenders under so much pressure, but they didn't go wide. They stayed in the corridor. And that just put too much pressure on our younger back line, and Coots ended up with a couple of cheapies out the back and a couple of beautiful kicks. So it's evenly poised, 2 points in it. I think Mirboo North would be stewing the 13 points in that column, but
I think they'd be happy to be where they are, though. Bicko, like that was Morwell East quarter. They could have blew them away, and they're only 2 points down. So
yeah, I think there's not much win now. I think it's all dropped off, so it's going to be a survival of the fittest now.
So we've got a past premiership coach coming up in a minute, in Troy Hamilton, who coached for a number of years, Jack. A few premierships under Troy.
Yeah, 2 or 3 premierships. We'll ask him when he gets here. He'll be up here in 2 secs. But
so past premiership coach. So one of many that are here today.
Yep.
We've got Troy Hamilton joining us.
Here he comes
on the live stream.
We're joined by a bit of royalty.
Hello, Troy.
We are.
Good to see you, mate.
Thanks for coming up, Troy.
Good to see you, boys. There we go.
So how many premierships? We should have done the homework. Did you coach here at Mirboo North? There was a few, one there.
Too many to count?
Yeah, I think I had 3.
3.
I think I played in another and bench coached another, so whatever you want to call it.
So played a lot of years up here at Mirboo North, and we're just asking some past players some questions. You know, when you're up here, who are some of the better players that you played with and against when you're in your time at Mirboo North Footy Club?
I always say the width. I think the number one I ever played with was Timmy Trail. Yeah, he's always been
100 goals a couple of times.
Well, you can just always build a team around a key forward who beats 2 and 3 players. Yeah. Who else? I don't know. Don Webb. Who else? Jake Nash. Liam Nash still going well.
Still going out here.
Yeah, any of those boys. I think there's many of them.
Some good juniors coming through. You would have seen young Max Woodall and Bo Peters. These boys.
I'm enjoying today. It shows how old we're getting when we start seeing kids of dads who are mates. So it's good. Yeah, I'm enjoyed today. I've enjoyed Bo. Max has just got a real craft, I suppose, about his game. He's just got a nous for good. And I think Liam Nash is the perfect sidekick. He just, not sidekick, but the key. And Max knows where to go, and Liam finds him. So it's good to watch. Yeah.
That's good. And what about some of the tougher players in your day, mate? Where the people are moving north, who's some of the players that you remember when you're going to go up against them? You're going to be in amongst it.
Who used to whack you?
Everyone used to whack you as a forward. That was how it used to be. I don't know who I play. I think Simon Buzzardle would be one of the ones who just loved it, got smacked, and just kept coming back for more. I think Aaron Hubbard back in my junior days was the same sort of player.
He was mad, wasn't he?
Neither of them could kick at all, but Yeah, they're just mad.
Happy to get
They're
under
probably
it.
two that stand out the most to me.
Well, we've got to give a shout out to Pads Paluso because he's been telling us all year to get Troy Hamilton up here because he knows about football. So, Pads, I hope you're listening. Troy's right here, and you can lay off now.
There's a man crush going on.
I think it's a bit of a
Pity
man.
Pads didn't come up to talk about lawn bowls, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He's probably down there.
I got him the other week. No,
Well, I thought he might have been here because you're here. You know what I mean? But he's not here. So
he's
I don't know.
here. He's out there.
Is he here?
Yeah,
Oh, he's out there. That's
I
good.
saw him
So,
before.
We did go to Traralgon and have a roll, and Troy tore him a new one, actually. So, yeah.
It is good to be here, and there's a heap of past players.
a few players you wouldn't have seen for a while.
Yeah, no, it's a cracker. It's going to be a good afternoon, a good night.
How do you see the game panning out? It's more or less had the ascendancy in that quarter. Mirboo North got that last goal to steady the ship. Can you,
Well, it's a shame. I think we dominated for probably the first 50 minutes of the game and didn't put them away. But it's going to be hard work. I think to win the game here from Mirboo North, I reckon there's still a 1 or 2 goal breeze blowing to Morwell East end this last quarter. So it's going to take a big effort. But I think you can definitely score into it. But, yeah.
And the new coach, Shoddy Monka, you played with him a bit, and he coached
2007, I think.
in between.
Yeah.
He
Coached the flag.
He took over. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a chat with him maybe a week and a half ago, when he took the job. So, no, it's exciting. It's exciting. I think he'll bring a different element, and he's obviously only worked with juniors predominantly, and there's a heap of good juniors up here, so I think it's a good match.
And you're still involved in footy, obviously, over there with your own kids playing, mate, playing over in the valley. And spending your time running them around. And
I haven't seen much of them. A little bit. They've been in and out with me. I still coach the under-18s at Traralgon.
You do, yep.
Still
I knew that, yep.
do the bench stuff in the seniors, but they're doing a bit of power, a bit of seniors, a bit of thirds, and everyone else. But
good to see you, mate.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming up and joining us for Troy.
Yeah.
Good to have you here, mate. Enjoy. We'll probably see you later on for a few years.
Anytime.
Buddy.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah,
Sure we will.
Good
Good job, boys.
No worries.
Right, mate. Thanks,
Running,
Troy.
Troy.
See you, mate.
Steve, you're quiet over there.
Yeah, I couldn't get a word
He
in.
doesn't get a word in, does he, mate? So it's Troy Hamilton, past coach, premiership coach, and just another one of the past players here will be hanging on for tonight.
All-round good guy, Troy, isn't he?
Good fella.
Am I right to say life member?
Yeah, he's a life member.
Yeah, life member of the club.
Yeah, his photo's down in the...
Yep.
Probably one of the better country footballers. He says Tim Trail, but he was no slouch himself.
No, he got up and go on there for a few years. He did have these hip injuries and shoulders and the like, which probably cut back
Another good get from Ballara, Jack.
Yeah, another good get from Ballara. Yeah, he ran around the seconds for a few years and was quite lax about his footy, and then he pretty much come up here and clicked the button. You know, he always had that potential, and away he went with some responsibility.
And he did say that he could build a side around Tim Trail, but the fella up the other end was pretty good too, Drew Gardner.
Drew Gardner was good. 280
odd senior games at full back. He was sensational for us for a lot of years. And you talk Stu Keel and that back line, it certainly helped.
Oh yeah, some good bookends there. Good midfielders, some good teams, but a
few good players walking off now, isn't there, when you have a look?
Yeah, look at them. Yeah, Dave Baldy, 4-time best and fairest winner.
Yeah. Tommy Trail.
Yeah, Tommy.
Robbie Nash.
Nashy, yeah. Phil Grove, Cactus.
There's a few. I still think Dave Baldy's one of the better footballers that's played at Mirboo North.
Yeah. Oh, he was. He could find the ball.
Him and Craig Skinner.
Class.
Yeah.
Just class Nudes was.
Unbelievable.
Left footer.
Good looking rooster too.
Oh, back in the day when he had his feathers.
Oh my God, even now.
Lost the feathers though, and still.
Yeah, still good looking. You don't lose that, Jack.
No.
We don't understand that. Well, I don't. Scene set here. Back to the footy. Scene the set. 2 points in it. 7-13-55. Plays 9-3-57. Morwell East by 2 points. Last quarter. Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Past players' day. Up goes the ball. Bass goes up. Gets a nice tap down only to find Kerr. Kerr nice looking left foot to find Peter. Peter takes a mark top wing.
Good work, Huddy Kerr out of the middle. Important.
Here he goes past Peter. Left foot, another left footer looking for Kratzat. Is that Kratzat comes down?
Yep.
There's no free kick. It's Chiller. Chiller back to Kratzat. He gets caught, but he gets the hands away. Mahoney chases it down. And as he gets crunched there by Hutchison, lets him know he's around and wore it well. So half forward flank for Mirboo North.
Good start. Good centre clearance. Yeah, plenty of heat.
We really heard that sock going, Bicko, don't we?
So they've made a few changes here. We've got Craddy gone forward and Chiller's gone to the back flank. That's the first move we've seen.
Don't often see Craddy down the forward line, do you?
No.
We'll see what happens there. So Bass against Brooks, and no one really wins it. And there's Turner at the back, and Turner gets a hurry kick towards the goals, and Smith goes just double tagged, and the ball comes to the deck, and it looks like Peter was that a little kick there. And he finds Kratz. Is that Kratz that? No, it's Smith.
Yeah, no, that's Craddy.
Yeah,
What's Craddy?
Would have been a good start for him.
Wouldn't it, eh? Nice little snap like that.
hooked the ball around, just missed to the near side. So
Now,
what the difference?
Going to be looking for the A-grade scores, boys, over there. They're coming up across there, so I'll be very interested to see how that ends up.
Well,
That's a nice looking, that's a 60-metre kick, Jack.
Great kick, yeah.
Found in Towns, took a nice mark.
Didn't break stride. Looks inside, kicks the ball in the middle of the ground. Alley to find Brooks, big Wilkie there. Handballs across
Peters.
to Peters, and Harry Mahoney's going to run onto this. Picks the ball up.
3 juniors.
Good work, yeah. Puts the ball out in front of Rory Peter. Rory Peter runs onto it. Controls the ball, hacks the ball into the forward 50. Nash is there. Nash turns him inside out. Great kick, and on the left foot. He's just missed the target again, but still anyone's ball. More or less picked the ball up. Handball across.
Finds his teammate Evans.
Kicks the ball long, but only to find Dom Paneri. Great mark there. 70 metres out from the Mirboo North goal, so they're going to reset and kick the ball back down into the forward 50 again. 3 or 4 inside 50 so far this quarter.
Nash getting plenty of attention down there.
Oh, sells a candy, Dom Paneri, and on the left foot. Don't know if that was that smart, but Nash is in front, and it was that smart because Nashy has come out and juked him.
I was watching there, they're niggling him, pushing him, grabbing him.
all day they've been at that end.
He just kept running around, but it's experienced player. But they've done pretty well on him. But look, he's an experienced player, played obviously VFL, and been a cracking player down there. So he's going to line up from 35 metres out. So Liam will be pretty keen to get this, and knowing that the kick he is, should be a nice looking kick and should go sail it through.
Shouldn't have any trouble with this. I think he's kicked 3 or 4 points.
That was great work by Dommy.
Yep.
Just the old head.
Yep. And he lines up. Nash, beautiful looking kick, is it? No, he's missed it. He's shanked it to the left. Unusual miss.
Another let off.
So
scores are level.
At the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, Jack. This is an exciting game.
Yeah.
Last home game from the live stream and for this year.
7-15. 22 scoring shots to 12. Mirboo North should be well in front here, but scores are level. We've got the ring-a-ding-ding. More or less, they run it up the top. Touches the ball on the ground, kicks it up. Gains 80 metres for his team. And that's a good mark.
No, it wasn't.
Dropped it.
Carlson, here we go. Peters,
good work there. Benny Campbell's, the ball wasn't quite in the back, but that was umpires put the whistle away. But now he's called.
Campbell's strong around the ball, isn't he?
Oh, he's a tough bugger. Yeah, he's unreal, isn't he?
You never see him go to lose his footing. That's one thing with Benny.
I've actually noticed Nash's lost his footing a bit today. Ball gets hacked out top side. Dom Paneri first on the ball, gets well tackled there. Didn't really have a chance. Oh, he has had a chance.
Now he's going to give him 50. That's just undisciplined. There's no reason for that whatsoever. And I tell you what, Abby Taylor would be seething on that. There's 50 metres, and you're probably going to get 3 goals more or less. So Mirboo North really need to work on that. You just can't afford to do that. The free kick had been given. By shoving him, all he's going to do is get 50 metres every day.
And this fella hasn't missed all that, I think.
No,
he keeps it beautiful.
Yep.
That is one of the.
This Cunningham? Yeah, he's a beautiful looking kick, isn't he?
It's one of the flaws in Dommy's game. He's got a bit of a short fuse.
Yeah.
If something doesn't go his way, he does react like that.
So Cunningham, that's
he's missed to the top side.
Didn't actually look good when he ran in, so 1 point in it. So a bit of a let off for Mirboo North.
Huge let off there.
Blair Wilkins is down the bottom calling for it, but Blair's coming to the top. He doesn't know where to go. Who's he going to? He's all more Least players everywhere.
Well, Benny, Joel Lamborn.
Stevens, Blair.
To Blair on the left foot, out of bounds on the full.
That was trying to work out what the rationale was there when there's about 4 or 5 more Least players up the top here.
Well, he had to break the line. He had to run a bit further. We had him 20 metres away.
Pack flies, they come down. There's Big Coots, comes to the ground. Is that holding the ball? No, he says. And there's Shannon. Oh, that's got to be in the back.
Yeah.
Yep, didn't have it. That's young Huddy Kerr, is it?
I think Huddy or Harry.
Geez, he got hit hard there. That's Huddy Kerr.
Huddy, yeah. He put a saddle on him and just rode him into the ground.
They're putting on a bit of pressure. Coots has got Blairy out here after he kicked it out of the bounds on the full there. So
yeah, right.
He's in the hands of the trainer.
Huddy. Down to the bottom side, big Lamborn goes up, and good second effort gets the ball back to Wilkins. And it's
Big Brooksy.
It looked like he was going for the line. It looked like it was out of bounds. He sort of stopped, and then it wasn't out of bounds.
It was like a robot.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on there, but ball's out of bounds. No, it's not. It's a ball up. Slots the ball up. Big Isaac.
He's been the difference today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Goes up, gets the first hands to the ball again, more or less. Stacks on the mill, and I think it's going to be another one. So repeated balls up again, ball ups again.
Well, there's one thing for sure, Jack. For the past players' game, there's a good game going on for us to witness.
Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, we've got the close one. You wouldn't want to see a blowout.
No.
Unless it was moving North winning. Ball gets put back into the forward 50. Wilkins, good punch there from behind. And Suda
in and out.
In and out.
Is that Mahoney? Is that Paneri?
Huddy Kerr looks for Nash.
Nash and Peters is running by, and so is Peter. And they go, who's he looking for? He just kicks it to space up there, but it looks like he's kicked it straight to Morwell East. And a little chip across, he's going to find his teammate. No, is he going to? His race is on. Peter goes back to try to make amends. He ducks ahead. He's been caught there, has he? No, he hasn't. And they get a nice clearing kick. And it's like Cunningham again, is it? Cunningham's 2 against 1. Cunningham, Stevens. Lambourne, Wilkins goes for it. Overruns it. Stevens gets the ball, little chip kick. Oh, what's he done with that? He's done not much. And Blair back to Lambourne. Lambourne, Harry Mahoney takes a nice mark.
They worked that well.
It did. So they've got to just take their time and steady up, moving north. He's going to go to the bottom, and he looks for, and he finds Benny Campbell. Good choice, nice looking kick. Paneri's going, come on, let's get it moving. Campbell says, no, I'm going to hold it up and look for a target. So
he's got to hold it up. He's got Big Izzy down the line, so he can't go bombing it.
Yep, you've got Smith, and then you've got Big Nash against. That's a good mark. How did he grab that, Jack? I don't know, but Carter will be going probably thinking the same thing.
Against the smaller man, Francis.
So I can see a Bass where he's down there, like you said. They've got to just keep control. Mahoney takes a nice mark. That's the way they're moving it around. You can see a Bass is just lurking in the background there. You're right, Bicko.
They've got to keep it away from him.
They've got to go. Smith takes a lead. They dragged him forward. Now they're going to go over him. So well done by Smith to bring him forward. Now the pack's going to fly. And who's that? Kratzat. Nice looking mark. Unusual, Jack. Because we always see him in the back line.
I'm going to back him in here.
He's a good kick.
He's kicked. He is a nice kick. So Kratzat.
Well, we know he's got the journey. We know that.
He's going to be kicking right on 50. And I think, speaking to him this morning, he was pretty confident. So
we'll see if his words are as good as what they really should be. So he lines it up. And he shanked it. He shanked it, boys. That's geez, he made the distance easily.
Yeah, plenty of distance, but he's hooked it to the left-hand side, going for that extra distance.
7 goals. What is it? 16, is it? 7 goals for 15.
16, I think. I think the scores are level.
Scores are levels. Yeah. Jeez. Oh, entertaining 8 minutes gone so far, boys.
Yeah. No, it's anyone's game. Whoever can make the most of their opportunities coming forward.
There was a big crowd down here.
Crowds.
Who's got the most in the tank?
Well, we'll soon see. Good defensive effort there by Don Paneri.
Bash, that's smart, isn't he? Just clever.
And that's
got to be caught.
That's got to be the ball. He's spinning around.
That was caught. No, it wasn't.
That is.
Yeah, it was. He thought about it. And Nash, what's he doing? He goes, nah, mate, it wasn't yours, buddy.
Bo Peters.
I'll tell you what, Bo Peters got a nice kick on him too, but he's going to give it to Ben Campbell. Now he's got some range on. Oh, he shanked everything. Look down, Reece Kratzat let him know too, because he was on his own.
Oh, that was another golden opportunity.
Reece Kratzat was probably 30 metres clear, 10, 15 metres out, but sometimes it's always easy from up here, boys.
It is.
So,
looks up, finds.
Marks, he dropped it,
that's a 50. Nah, he's taken the mark, and Campbell's come through and nailed him. That's a 50-metre penalty all day. That's the fourth one.
That's like 100. They've been pretty generous. I wouldn't mind buying real estate today off these umpires.
Coots has got his... he's fumbled it.
Yeah, just look at him going through. He's throwing his weight around the big fella. And he goes in, is that caught? No, he just gets a hand. Oh, they've got a goal out of this.
He's hacked it out of the ground.
He's hacked it off the ground, has he? Hang on, the umpire's gone back to the umpire and said, was that it? What's going on there?
It'll be a goal.
Yeah.
From what I saw, it looked like it was a goal.
We'll go to the Calvary scoreboard. It'll be a replay. Umpire's call. That's a goal.
Yeah, so they got one from nothing there.
They did get one from nothing there. Coots brought the ball to ground, and he probably should have marked it, to be fair. So, yeah, it's
a couple of life members over the back.
A couple of life members been pretty vocal over the back anyway. So it's been part of the broadcast all year, so why are we changing that? They seem to be getting a bit louder though.
Yeah, they might have been on the heavies, I think.
Maybe we could probably go and get them a couple. Anyway, back to the footy, and a goal in it. Ball east way.
A little bit more undisciplined, that's...
It wasn't. Brooks gets a tap out this time, but Basta stayed back, but here he is again. Look at him. They just thump it forward more east, and they go. And there's Taj Wilkins running for the ball, and he's got the
Shows
bit of
me
pace on him, the big red
Yeah,
fella,
yeah.
and certainly got a lot more pace than his dad, Mark, ever had, and even his uncle in Royce. And I think Royce is going to be here later on too. Kicked 100 goals a few times, I think, for Mirboo North back in the day, in 91, in the 90s anyway, somewhere around there.
199.
He kicked, I think he kicked 100, definitely kicked 100 once.
Yeah.
And maybe he kicked 99 another year. You might be right, Jack. I think you're right.
I think there was one year he got 99.
Yes.
Ball's back in there.
Oh, he's hit 1, 2, nah. What's happened there? Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so...
Interesting game. It's 11 and a half minutes gone. 1 goal in it in the Morwell East forward line. So Mirboo North will not want him to get another goal here, Jack.
Big stoppage to win here. They can't afford to go 2 goals down in a relatively low scoring game.
That's a fair throw, that one.
Yeah,
It's
he
gone
went through the
30,
middle.
40 metres.
Wilkins, no. It stacks on. There's a
Smashed
good
down.
tackle there
What's the Mahoney?
by Harry.
Young Mahoney. Geez, he goes in hard, doesn't he, for a young fella?
Oh, he's a tiger. He really is. So they set themselves. They need someone to stand in that goal square. Ball goes up.
Once
Stacks
again,
on the mill again.
so you got
Looks like Damo Turner hacks the ball down to the bottom side and it stays in. More or less. Pick it up. Sells a candy.
look at the bass sitting back and player back. And is that Paneri? That's a good
Oh,
mark.
I thought he missed his target, but it's gone. It's carried to the bloke behind. I thought Paneri had that.
There's a match up for you. Lockie died against Big
Izzy.
Isaac. Izzy, eh?
Who was it? The tallest and the smallest.
the smallest. Probably going, welcome to senior football, young fella.
Yeah. Well, this is kickable, and this is going to make things hard if he nails this. 12 minutes gone, halfway through the last quarter. Got special comments by the life members
Graham Roberts.
to the left of us.
Yeah.
So we're watching the goal.
Birdie
umpire.
Bright.
Doesn't look like he's going to make the distance. Goes up and hacked over the line.
For a throw in.
Throw in.
So, Bicko, what do Mirboo North have to do to win?
Well, we've got to kick 2 at least, and keep them from scoring. We've got to get it out now. There's plenty of time, so...
They need to clear it, don't they?
Got to be
They get
clean.
straight down there.
Got to be clean with the ball. Campbell gives it. They don't argue, but he falls over and he's going to be in trouble. But more or less pick it up. Smothered. Lambourne falls in his lap. Not sure how, but anyway, he's got it. Rory Peter goes up for the grab.
Right,
Reece
front.
Gratz it.
Oh,
Surely that's a free kick.
Yep, they paid it.
He's seen that one.
that was a good tackle, big tackle, wasn't he? The big fella come through hard.
Jeez, he landed on him. God almighty, that'd hurt. I'm glad it's Reece and not me. I'd be dead. So Reece chips the ball over the top to Lockie Dyke. Lockie Dyke takes a nice little mark. Runs back. Bo Peters is running for him. And
Nice.
He-
That's well sport there by number 12, Cart.
yeah, that's a great defensive effort. It was for all money going to be Bo Peters.
Wilkins off.
Big Smith comes back on. He had a good first half. We haven't seen much of him since then, but hopefully he can have an impact. Geez, this boundary umpire throws in a mile.
Does he what?
Big Isaac.
Yeah.
Lockie Dyke runs on it.
Oh, Bass comes through. Bit of experience here once again. Big
Yeah.
Smith crashed through. Nah, he doesn't. So here's a good tussle going on here. More or less, the next one it's going to be hard for Mirboo North, but Mirboo North still showing some signs. They're not going to let it go, I can tell you that. Bigger Bass, look at him once again. Little handball out to his teammate, looking for his teammate number 9, who we don't know the number of all day, his name, but he's played a good game. And Cart just thumps it forward, and that's going to be Lambourne. Has he been one of the best on the day, Jack?
He's been in the top 5, yeah. He's
Yeah.
been solid down there, for sure. But he needs another 20 minutes of hard footy.
He does, yep. Captain Turner. And he gives it back to Lambourne. Lambourne just taking a leisurely stroll and just thumps a 60-metre kick down the bottom looking for Blair. That's a great mark taken there by Morwell East. And I don't know who that is, but can't set a number. That's a nice, yep.
Lambourne.
Well thumped Lambourne. Look at all the numbers that Morwell East have got around the half back line. There's about 5 of them. 2
of them run into each other. And
Huddy Kerr going, was that holding the ball? But she's had numbers there. It's probably a good thing that they locked it in.
yeah, we got a stoppage there. That was a good. They halved that contest, which was really good.
Snell, the runner, Matt Snell.
And he's
under instructions, no doubt, from Abby Taylor.
Great big tap out there by
Big Richo.
Big Richo.
Francis finds his teammate. So they're just going to set up here, Jack.
More or less setting up. They got numbers behind. Oh, I don't like look at this. No, Kratzat. No, that was Lockie. That's John Paneri, sorry.
Paddy Lewis.
Paddy Lewis goes up for the mark.
It was good. He brought the ball down to Glary.
Good work there by Blair. He turned his opponents inside out.
Paddy Lewis goes to the room. Oh, look out!
Well, Paddy's gone for the run. Good
Yes.
work. With that Dighty by the look of it. With
That's a good call,
unusual
Dighty.
kicking style. More or less, it's all more or less back there though.
Look at
There's
all the numbers
two
they
of them
got there.
raffling
They've
it.
got people everywhere.
They're going to come up the top side. No, through the middle. They're going straight to the centre half forward. Benny Campbell makes a good contest.
Smashed his own mate. Stevens is hurt.
Yeah. Benny Campbell again. Oh, he's got to get rid. Oh, look at this.
He's Superman on his own down there, Jack.
Jesus.
But who they got there? They got no one there running through that centre line. But they just have the numbers.
And out of bounds would be a good result. You've got
That
Paddy.
looks like. Yep. So number 18, Hutchison, done well, went over, but they seem to have numbers back, don't they?
They do,
No matter
they-
where they are, they seem to have lots of numbers around the ball, and no matter where you are, it seems to be 3-on-1.
Setting up behind the ball really well.
That happens every time.
Stevens coming off, he got hit hard there. I think it was his own teammate, because Benny Campbell come through hard.
Yeah. Kratzak going back on. 10 minutes to go. Last quarter. So there's a free kick. Someone's hanging on to someone.
No, I think they're going to throw it back in. I don't think it went. We've got one throwing it in too far and one throwing it in not far enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this guy on the top side's impressive. He throws it a mile.
Bash, once again, look at him, just takes
Clean.
it off. Oh, he'd probably nearly been best on ground, Jack.
Yeah, I'd say so. Smith goes up for the mark.
Brooks,
But
good, strong mark, gets it straight up to Kratzak,
Dom
to
Paneri.
Paneri takes a stream, and Kratzak goes, go buddy, go, Peter. Peter takes a mark, straight on to Peters. Peters has got the break here.
Go, Peters.
He goes in board, he goes
Nash.
to Nash. They're all looking for Nash. Nash goes back in door, and who's that? That's
Yeah,
John Lamborn.
Joel Lamborn.
Lamborn's come from the back line
goal.
all the way down and kicked the goal, so she's all locked up here, is it?
Yeah, all level.
All level, my goodness. That's a great bit of run there through the centre by Mirboo North. Probably the best they've looked since half time.
Great bit of passenger play.
They just took it on, didn't they?
They did.
They didn't stop.
They didn't stop. They didn't stop. It goes 8-16-64, plays 10-4-64, 17 minutes gone. Here in the last quarter, Mirboo North versus Morwell East. Walter J. Tuck Reserve. This is exciting stuff, boys.
Well, Josh Smith down there, like Isaac come through, got that centre clearance and kicked it long, and Smith halved the contest and then it set it up, and Lamborn and then the boys ran it through. That was a great goal.
Past players, they're all getting a good look at a good game, aren't they, guys?
Yeah, fifth on the ladder, plays about 12th, so be an upset if Mirboo North can get this.
They go again.
Ben Campbell again.
He's just smashing through, isn't he, Jack?
He's unreal. He's got it.
Oh, he's been caught, I reckon. No, the umpire goes, no, I'll have it.
No,
More West appear to have a bit more urgency at the moment, Bicko.
Yeah, Big Richo's actually won the last two hit-outs, so fresh legs. He's rucked all day.
He has rucked all day.
Huddy Kerr knocks it forward. Dighty's in there.
Dighty's in there again. Jeez, he's played a good game, hasn't he?
He's done well. Yeah, he's done his bit. Huddy
Kerr,
Kerr
big
after Paddy
Paddy.
Lewis.
But
Paddy got forward.
Number 5, that's Mank Marks. Marks gets a kick in and he's looking for his teammate. The pack's going to fly here. Chiller goes under it. Kratzak's back in the back line. He gets pushed in the back. Does he? No. The umpire says play on. Chiller gets a clearing kick and he finds his teammate Hudson Kerr. Kerr gives it off to Paneri. Paneri takes off, takes a bounce. And
Blair's
here comes
running.
Blair. Look at Blair run
He's
down
clear.
the bottom wing. He's flying. He's got sort of 30 metres clear. And he's going to be looking for Nash,
Nash.
no doubt. What up? Oh, he drops it. Nash drops it, but he takes a bounce on the bottom wing.
Beast.
And he unloads towards the goals. Who's going to take this? Nobody. And it's rushed through from behind. My God, what a passenger play. And Bicko, got to agree with you. They are taking it on.
Yeah, they had to do something because they weren't going to win doing what they were doing. They must have the instructions to play on, and it was just lucky that, or unlucky that Nashy just didn't get enough on that.
Drop what he could have taken. He could have gone back for a set shot, but he butted up and.
They'll come straight down the ground here, will they? Yes, they do. Well, there enough. And there's who's going to take that?
Oh,
Nobody.
Campbell's there now.
Campbell's
To Campbell to Nash.
Now he's got it. Righto, you can hear the crowd down here. Righto, boys. So Nash is what, 45? He's going to be kicking from 50.
Kicking 50, yeah.
Well, he's kicked 4 points. I don't know if he's kicked 5 points or one. Has he got a goal? I don't think he has.
Let's have a look if he gets one now, Jack, because if he did, they're going to have 7 points on him, and it's going to make it a real game on.
It is, yeah.
So, Nash, experience, he's going to be kicking from 50, 55, but if anyone's going to do it...
I'd like to see Lamborn in the goal square. Is he down there?
I can't see him. You've got Woodall lurking down there, Lamborn's down there, you've got big Paddy Lewis, and he unloads, but it looks like he's going to miss it. Is Lamborn there? That's well done there by Morley. So, 20 minutes gone, 20 and a half minutes gone, 65 plays 64, Mirboo North's way to the Mirboo North forward line. What are Morley's going to do here? We're about to find out.
Up the top side again.
Top side he goes. Kicks it log. Pack go up. And it's going to be a mark to Brooks. No, he hadn't paid it. Paddy Lewis, Ben Campbell. Ben Campbell kicks on the left. Down there, we've got a 2-on-1. Here we go. We've got the extra. We have. Looks like
Rory
Peter in there. They're going to force a stoppage.
Rory Peters had a good game, Bick, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's played well on the wing. Lots of
Good run.
Lots of running. Yeah. He's
It's quite quick. So the Big Ben go up.
Absolutely, got the tap down again.
Yeah. Now Paddy Lewis has got his name on this. Goes under the ball.
Got the runners here. Peters. Kratzat.
And in
Died.
front.
Oh, he's dropped it.
Dropped it. Oh, he could have
dropped it. That's anyway.
good follow-up.
He followed that up.
Great smother.
He goes, I shouldn't have dropped that. Geez, that's a gut. You don't see too many smothers like that, guys.
Nah, that hurts too. You get a kick in the guts.
He has played a cracking game for his first game. Been really impressed with young Lockie Dye.
Righto, big clearance here. Can move it off clear this and set up a goal.
Look at him. Have a look at him here.
Oh,
He's been caught.
That's ball.
Jeez, that's dropping the ball.
Drop the ball.
The big fella must be getting tired.
Yeah.
He's going to be 50. Who's that, Huddy?
Yeah, they're pretty good mates. They're not going to.
Give me the ball. Yeah, no, they played together, didn't they?
Yeah.
How long did he played? A few years here, didn't he? So
yeah, no, they still see a bit of each other.
That's all right.
Righto. So what's going to happen here?
Who's down there? She's a packed house down there, mate. Crowded house.
Goes up looking for Campbell, and he's just about got through. He picks the ball up on the right foot, kicks the ball to 20 metres out front of goal. Who is it? Ball hits the deck, and it's a good tackle there.
He wrapped him up there, Nash.
Nashy, yeah. He wasn't seeing that one come out.
So North need to get a goal here.
22 and a half minutes gone. Another goal now, which is going to make life very tough for Morwell, but
they've locked it in, and they've got the extra in chiller behind play here. So
yep. Look at that Woodall.
Another tap out.
Woodall. Number 5. That was well cleared there by Marks from Morwell East, and now the race is on. Number 57 in Day. And who are they going? That's Brooks, and they've got a 2 against 1 here. Is he beaten up? Brooks.
They look like they had it under control.
So is there going to be much time on here, guys?
No, there's probably 27 minutes. It's probably going to be all this quarter will go.
Still plenty of time for either side to win.
Yep.
Morwell North had plenty of opportunity. They didn't really score the goal. Now Morwell East will be getting keen. Where's Coots? He's right in the forward line there, is he? Yep.
You think Morwell East they'll be wide here at the moment because they've got a lot to play for here.
They have.
Whereas Mirboo North, their season's going to be done next week.
What's happening? Huddy cleared it. He cleared it. Is that Damo Turner? To get who's that going through?
They
got the Diet. Look at that. Was hard to see from you guys.
Well, he's played holding the ball here.
Has he really? Gee.
Against Damo.
Turner returns the ball, so they've got to get a hurry up here, more. He's got someone in the centre on his own.
That's got to get there.
Find him, Harry.
Harry Mahoney.
Good effort, Harry. Great effort.
Done. And Mahoney keeps his feet, but he gets caught. They've got the numbers here. Benny Campbell comes streaming through, and he just dumps it. Who's that? That's Woodall. You got Smith. Woodall. They've got surely going to be a goal here. Surely Smith.
Started. Yes!
What a mark to the young 15-year-old.
Yep.
My oh my.
Playing in front.
He played in front, the young fella. He read it well. And look at his, what is he, 10 metres out, Bicko?
He's going
to dob this, and he's a nice kick, but the heat's on the young fella. Heat's going to be on him, but anyway.
He's going to snap it. He's going to run around and snap it.
I reckon he might, Jack. No, on the young fella, but anyway, he's got 10 metres out. He's on a fair angle, but he can kick.
He's doing the right thing, guys, because he's taken all his allotted time. So
Woodall lines up 10 metres out on an angle, and he's missed it. So. That's what, geez, you hear the crowd from here. How long to go? Brian McCormack, the coach, saying how long to go?
8:19.
8:19, geez.
Wouldn't see a score.
So they're going to have to get a goal in our Mirboo North, otherwise that's going to be really hard.
Blair
just right. Here we go again. Woodall again's in amongst it, and here he goes. He takes off. Has he got the run? No, he hasn't. Morwell East have got it. Looks like it's another point.
They force it through.
Another point to Mirboo North. There can't be that long to go, boys. But geez, she's tense up here. I'm feeling it from up here, Jack and Bicko.
4 points of difference. Yeah, we've got the close one here. Jeez.
This is a good last call, isn't it? Last home game. This is a cracking game here of footy. And what are they doing? They're running straight out. He's just going to thump it, looking for Big Isaac. I no doubt.
Benny Campbell's up there.
Benny comes down, brings it again. Let's get it clear. Here we go. The numbers. Damo Turner, the captain. That's a good.
He's got
50. They've got one back. Damo, the crowd's going off here. Brian McCormack's got both hands up, and there mustn't be long to go. But anyway.
Well, that's another good 50-metre penalty. Look, from there, the other side of the circle.
You know what, Jack? We don't mind if it's been consistent, so that sounds like it is. So Damo Turner's a beautiful kick.
Yep.
But we've said that the same about Liam Nash. So Damo's saying, I'm going to take the time here. Everyone is trying to get everyone set up. There's people behind the play everywhere here at Mirboo North, across the centre line, so they're all looking at the clock, but it feels like there can't be long to go.
He kicks this, it's over.
Just saying it's game over.
He kicks this, it's game over.
And he's kicked it.
He's got it! He's got it! He's got it!
The goal! Mirboo North, and the crowd's going wild down here.
What about that?
People hugging each other. The game arms are up and in the air.
The purple
and
goal.
around. Let's not forget about who kicked the goal.
Damo Puna.
Damo's. That is what you would call a captain's goal, Jack, would you?
A fantastic captain's goal it was, yep.
So we're all up in our seats here out there in the commentary box. Everyone's patting each other on the back, so it can't be long to go.
Not over yet.
What a game. Mirboo North have not given up. They've shown, when they weren't looking too good there for a while, when Morwell stepped it up, and we've just kept going. Mirboo North stayed on them. So
26 minutes gone.
26 minutes gone. 9 goals, 20, 74. Plays 10 goals, 4, 64. Mirboo North's way. Walter J. Tuck Reserve, past players, reunion day, and what an effort they've put on for Mirboo North. Abby Taylor had a good chat to the players along with Michael Watt before the game. Bit of motivation, I think it's been taken out to the ground. So this was a great game of footy, Jack.
14 seconds to go. I've just had the word. 14 seconds.
Finish it off, Jack.
Isaac punches the ball forward. He's won the ruck all day. Huddy Kerr piles in under the ball. And that's going to be just about it. I think the siren's about to go.
You're going to see some celebration down here, guys.
It's what happens when you play the footy, isn't it?
There it is. There it is.
Stevens runs out. So they got to win.
So you know, Ballara, Morwell East in consecutive weeks. 3 fantastic weeks by the Mirboo North boys.
And a few out for Mirboo North as well. And as Abby Saylor said, we've beaten He goes, let's beat another couple, and they've done exactly that. They've three teams in the top 5, and they've beat them all in 3 weeks.
Beaten them all.
So a bit of belief in the team, and I suppose from a Mirboo North perspective, they'll be rapt that they won because a lot of past players are here. And that's good for them to celebrate tonight. So I think that'll make the celebrations tonight a bit sweeter.
It will be. There'll be some beer flowing tonight, I can tell you now. And the regulars got amongst it again. Lambourne, Nash again. Tex was good, but I like the kids today. I really do. I liked
Lockie.
I thought, Lockie was unreal. Yep. Max Woodall.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter. Patrick Lewis was good too, I thought.
He was.
He played a really good game.
That's where they've had their biggest growth, Jack. The young guys have just bridged that gap.
Yep.
With the senior injuries, they've got their opportunity, and most of them have taken it. It's really good to see.
Yeah, they're coming along well. Chilla was good.
And Morley sort of started getting it going. They got a bit physical with Mirboo North, and then the game changed a bit, and it looked like they were going to run over us, but Mirboo North failed to go away. They just maintained, we're not going away, maintained the pressure at Morwell East, and they just somehow turned it around, because it looked like at one stage at Morwell East we're really going to run over the top of Mirboo North.
It did, yeah. But they kicked seven unanswered goals, I think, Morwell East through that one period of the game, halfway through the second and into the third. So, yeah, great effort there by Mirboo North to steady the ship and win by 10 points.
I think there's going to be, you won't be able to get in those rooms, I think, Jack.
I think it's full already.
It's fully already. You're going to be standing outside. They might need to get some speakers for Coach Abby Taylor. But look, guys, it's been a great year. It's been the first time a lot I've done this, with the commentary, Jack. It's been fantastic doing it with you. I hope the people out there have enjoyed the calls that we've done. Hopefully we haven't kept you too bored, but I think we've grown a little bit. And Bicco, when you've been here, thanks for your efforts.
No worries.
And I think I heard down there, Jack, they reckon we've improved a little bit. So there's a bit of positive feedback.
It's always good, a bit of positive feedback. And Ange, you've done well.
Yeah, it's been a bit of fun, hasn't it, mate? So
yep. Really look forward to it.
Try to keep the team together next year. So that'll be our last game for live streaming. But I hope wherever you've been watching from, we've had people, Jobbo and Dell in San Francisco to the Latrobe, up to Maroochydore. We've had people out in Bass Strait all the way down to Tassie. So we've had Malakuta, Melbourne.
All over
we've had them everywhere, mate.
Over the world.
Marlow, over the west.
Yeah. Marlow, Western Australia, you name it.
You name it, we've got it.
Anyway, guys, good win of Mirboo North. The scoreboard, 9-20-74, sees Mirboo North defeat Morwell East 10 goals for 64. What's been an entertaining game of football, and I suppose for season 2022 that'll be over and out for us, Jack and Bicco.
Yeah. Yep. Well, did we get a netball A grade?
We didn't get a netball A grade score, but maybe we should
venture down to Fish Creek next week
Bicco,
for the last game.
Just ask Lexi who won A grade, will you? And we'll give the scores. We better give it because we've been promising them all day.
Yeah.
Hey Lexi, did A grade win?
No.
B grade?
Draw. A grade lost and B grade drew.
Right,
There you go. So Morwell East has beaten Mirboo North twice.
Yes.
Only team to do so in netball. So
Yeah, well done to the Morwell East netball girls.
well done. Interesting times coming up for the finals.
Yep.
Anyway, guys,
Righto.
we'll leave it at that. Thanks for the year, and we'll see you in 2023.
Good on you guys.
Right, over and out.
The dugout. Well, the dugout was falling back. They were one man short there, and back it absolutely fairly well. Taking the centre again. Hill wins and up the one more time. Gets it across. I think Holdsworth wanted to put it together a dive. They don't see it's going forward for that. Sun comes in. Young had a look at Burns. Currently not going to step their play. Will Young get another shot to get him. Trafalgar forwards.